The concept is Brian paints, and then we have a musical guest just jamming in the background.
Oh, I love this. I
That'd
want
be
to do
awesome.
that.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's such a great stream idea.
And
Yeah, I want to make it
now
better.
that everybody's out of quarantine, we need more people to come and do more episodes.
I would like paint jams. I haven't thought of. I love when people just show up out of nowhere and do something cool.
Well, what's
There's
great about
so
this,
many great people.
it's
There
Pandy
are, but-
compatible because you don't have to be like coughing at each other to do that.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah,
cough
even in
on
the video,
anybody.
there's like social distancing. Brandon's like 6 feet away.
Yeah.
And it's
before the
awesome. You just
quarantine.
jam in the background, and Brian's being cute and adorable and funny
Oh,
and
yeah.
painting.
Like I was telling you, it just pays me. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He's
we were
a-
already
he's a
doing
nice
those
guy.
videos, so I thought, let's try this idea I have,
There it is.
which involves
Is
some
this-
music.
is this the-
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one. So
I give Buddha makeup in acrylic paint form.
actually,
It's really cool.
I can pipe a little bit of sound from it.
Oh yeah, it's wax
Yeah.
pig melting my
So you
other.
won't hear it in the room, but I'm piping a little sound. Oh, it's Wax Pig, cool.
Yeah, Wax Pig
And there's
songs.
Brandon from Canuck.
So I'm only gonna let it play a couple chunks because your account might auto flag me, even though I know you're not gonna
Really?
like take my channel down.
Nice.
Dang, this looks crisp. I take this as your videography
Yes,
tip.
and my sweet
Yeah.
iMovie editing.
Look at that
skills.
Oh,
makeup,
I
bro.
still edit with iMovie and I own Final Cut. Sometimes it's just faster, but this depth of field.
It's pretty dope, man. She does nice work. I got a music video out of her. Like I conned her.
Yes.
I got a music video, guys.
I need to do more
What an idiot.
videos, so any band that wants to hit
was
me
like-
up, experiment with me. It's for free, obviously.
I see your work
Okay, so
everywhere
then
though,
I'll
like
show
Mercy
ya.
Music.
I know Mercy
and
Music's been
Astrodome
using it a
Records.
lot. I love those guys so
Yeah,
much. They're
Astrodome
awesome.
Records is like using your shit. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
that's a cool photo, and it's your fucking
And
credit.
I haven't
It's
been
awesome.
doing work lately, and I've been bummed. So it's nice to see people tagging me. Like, oh, I was a thing a minute ago.
That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm washed up. I'm like, I don't even care about trying anymore. I
You're
barely
going
wanna
right back
practice.
to exactly the feeling I was describing.
Mm-hmm.
That washed up feeling can be delicious.
Yeah, it is.
It can be like freeing. And then the
I
funny
love
thing
eating
is,
and chilling now.
well, every time that instead of like struggling with feeling washed up, I just went like, yes, I'm entirely as washed up as I think I am.
Yeah,
Just
it's
took a
time
big
for
bite
a
out of
new
it.
wave.
It kind of makes my mind, I don't know if this works for everybody, but it makes my mind kind of laugh at it, like taken to that extreme. Like,
It drops the seriousness.
yeah, I feel like it makes me start consoling myself and pointing out things that are not washed up like
Yeah.
about myself, and just thinking about the concept of washed up at all is just like comical.
Well, people change though. You know, I've had to accept that about myself. Like I was like, man, I'm gonna do another album. I'm
Yeah.
fucking, and it's like I never got to do those things, and it's still in me. You know.
When I
Like,
picture the
You get busy
proverbial,
and priorities change, and
Yeah,
life
dude.
gets
Yeah.
more complicated.
Yeah.
And
well,
yeah.
when I picture the proverbial washed up person, it's in my head always someone that did cool stuff and is still someone admirable. So it'd be
Yeah.
like an honor
Yeah, yeah.
to be washed up, really.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
So
'cause
the
to
more
be
I embrace that,
to
I'm
be
like-
washed up, you'd have to admit that
Yeah.
like you could be washed up.
A flash in the
Exactly.
pan is still something to look at, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's cool when the people like, I like to look at Black Camaro and fucking all these weird little nuggets of, you know what I mean, downtown culture of Vegas, like bands and artists from like back then. Because back then it was like raw, dude. Like we didn't have, I don't know, dude, the Arch Factory was just being born, and Alex Huerta was doing his painters on the patio thing, and everybody was just mingling, and certain bands did this, and other people did this, and I'm doing this, and it's fucking crazy. Just looking
Totally.
back. Yeah. It's fun though. It's a good life. A beautiful ride to a quote. What the fuck is that? Walk hard. It's a beautiful ride.
So yeah, I have to say that like that embracing where you feel like you are as an artist is like when you like that whole finding yourself thing where
When you're self-aware and like in the moment, that's the best way. Present, I guess.
kind of wallowing. Was going to try to synopsisize and then it turned wallowy.
That's
So
fun.
why don't we take a look at one more little news dive moment thing in before we go to Bob Thornton hour?
All right.
All right, we got some poop news. Everyone loves poop news.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't lose that earlier segue that you
I heard
kinda
that.
did with
Yeah, I
that.
So-
heard poop. And I was like, wait. What?
This is a pig farm in England was started on fire by a pig, which sounds crazy, but it's true. It's because it had swallowed a pedometer that was worn by one of the other pigs that just demonstrates that the pigs are free range, so someone could like look up and see that the pigs wander all over the place.
Yeah.
So it crapped out the pedometer, and it shorted, and caught a couple pig pens on fire.
Damn, dude.
And that's it. Yeah.
Barbecue.
Right. Much bacon was to be had, man.
Yeah.
So
Sounds great.
yeah, I always love stories like that
Sorry,
where like
that's
animals
terrible.
just inadvertently start like
Yeah, it's like an
It's like-
arsonist.
yeah,
Charlotte's
right.
Web.
they're like looking for some dude
Animal
who, like,
farm.
the
like
pig
serious politics.
the pig pen arsonist.
Yeah.
Do you guys see on your
It's, like,
screen
political.
the picture of the pig that they used, the stock photo they
Oh
used?
yeah, the
is like,
top. Yeah, he's all looking all cute.
Nice, dude.
"Aw."
He's
So
like, I know
sick.
I did it, but I'm sorry.
Like the South Park thing. We're sorry. We're sorry. He's very cute. It's a
Right.
cute pig.
Excellent. Shout out Wax Pig Melting.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for that honestly. That when I saw the pig, I was like, God damn it, don't reference that.
All
I
right.
love it, and it's weird every time Wax Pig Melting.
Hey, our first Bob Thornton segment is celebrating 5 years of Radio Vegas.rocks. We've been doing this station thing for 5 years. It's a
Nice.
great place to do a
Station
podcast
stuff.
and stream and stuff too. And as long as it's not on Sunday, apparently, thanks, Cox. But no, you get a recording too to post as a podcast. So if you're going to do a podcast anyway, which most of them aren't live, it's a good way to be able to broadcast it, get live interaction, get some live views, and then post the final thing on your website as a podcast. It's a combo attack then. Because this is really mainly a podcast format, and the visual stuff isn't even strictly necessary as I try to describe it to folks so you can hang out with you, drive, clean the kitchen. The accompaniment media. It's not media designed to just demand your whole attention, even though it can accommodate your whole attention.
I love
so
that.
that's the vision, and that's what the radio station supports is a new form of media that I'm really proud of. So here's some other folks proud of it too, including Ange Kerfoot. Check this out.
Happy 5th birthday, Radio Vegas Rocks. This is Ann Kerfoot. I am in the drive-through line at New Woo Cannabis Store right now. And I just thought I would call in and tell you guys happy 5th and that you're a bunch of cunts. Later.
Hey, it's Dennis Mitchell, host of Breakfast with the Beatles here on Radio Vegas Rocks, and I just want to take a moment to congratulate Crazy Jay on 5 years of keeping Vegas rockin' with one very cool radio station. I met up with Jay just before he put it on the air, and we've been close friends ever since. So much so, he brought back the great online station LV Classic Rock, which we just recently rebranded to High Quality Rock. So hats off to you, Jay, not only on 5 years of keeping us rocking with Radio Vegas Rocks, but for offering 2 fantastic stations that Las Vegas desperately needs. Thank you, Jay. And here's to many, many more.
Hey ladies, when it's not raining men, it's always raining tacos at Juan's, Flaming Fajitas, and Cantina during their daily happy hour from 3 to 7. If things get a little too hot from their authentic Flaming Fajitas, you can visit their outdoor dining area and cool down with 1 or 2 Corona Ritas. If you're feeling spicy, be sure to order one of my personal favorites, their fresh tableside guacamole, which goes perfectly with their homemade chips and salsa for 1 or 2.
Visit Juan's Flamin' Fajitas and Cantina on Facebook or in the real world at 9640 West Tropicana. Proud supporter of the Rockin' Comedy Show for 2 years and counting.
Big or small, they do them all. It's Motor Mission, family-owned and operated machine and radiator shop. At Motor Mission, they offer complete radiator rod and repairing, rebuilding, replacements, and manufacturing all in-house. They also provide complete machine shop services, including engine rebuilding, valve jobs, surfacing, milling, boring, honing, balancing, thermal cleaning, blasting, hot tanking, broken bolt removal, antique restoration, and much more. If you need a custom radiator with electric fans and a fan shroud built for your custom project, they can do that too. Motor Mission works on anything foreign and domestic for autos, industrials, RVs, heavy equipment, power sports, antiques, marine, racing, street rods, hot rods, stationary gen sets or power units, and large mining equipment. Motor Mission is at 5435 Desert Point Drive. Call 702-649-2366 or visit motormission.com.
Be sure to get your mix of music, listen to us with the RadioVegas.rocks app available at the App Store, and check out our VIP card, interact with us in our chat room, and scheduling of our RadioVegas.rocks shows, plus podcasts. It's all available on RadioVegas.rocks app.
That's right. The app even runs in the background on your phone if you want to do stuff while you're apping it up. There's a great classic rock on here too. Breakfast with the Beatles. There's a replay every week on radiovegas.rocks. I know because I put it there on that gosh darn website myself with my own clumpy paws on the keyboard, bashing around. Clumpy paws. I'm sticking by that. That stays. Anyway, you're welcome back. It's Greasy Conversation. We've got more news to react to.
Na 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 na.
It's
How
singular, Greasy Conversation?
Yes.
Okay.
Only one.
Yeah.
Gotta correct that
All
on
encompassing.
My social.
No, it's aggrandizing to pluralize it. I can only be honored.
I love that sentence.
You can only honor me by duplicating me grammatically.
You're a writer, Was. I've always thought of you for your words.
Thanks. You know
Really
what?
have.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Likewise, of course.
Thanks. I talk a lot.
I will write more since you said that.
No, seriously, that'd be really cool. Like short little nuggets.
Well, especially if I...
Dude, Bonus Winter was like one of my favorite.
Bonus Winter!
What the fuck? It's so simple and minimalistic. I love that. Anyways.
Yeah, well, we had Bonus
this
Winter
is
this
an
year.
inside thing. What? You guys
Alright.
I just posted, it was in the midst of the Roni when it was rolling in, so you could tell that was the context I was talking about, and I just said Bonus Winter.
It was really cold for a long time
Oh.
earlier this year, remember?
Yeah.
When it was just like absurdly cold for like fucking April. And yeah, I just woke up and there was like Bonus Winter. I'm like, that's genius. This is a simple, delightful thing. So thanks for that, Was.
Especially two-word combos is a running theme.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Awesome. Well, the thing is, I need to write more and then have it be some dialogue and just
Yeah.
film some dialogue-y content, because that seems like
That's what
where I
people
do the best. Either like when I steer hard dialogue or the music pieces. The music
Yeah.
pieces do well by the numbers.
Yeah,
So I need to do like those
your
two.
orphan
which
sounds.
is hard.
Just do spoken word. Like, dude, I looked up Grease Combo on Spotify, and it's like your band shit. I'm like, damn, that was tight too. You know what?
Thanks.
It's nice looking at old shit.
It is.
From the community.
That's some good wallowing.
Yeah, it is. But anyways, we can move on. I rant a lot. Damn. That's tight.
How about we jump into your eBay finds, Waz?
shit.
Oh, nice. I love how much we're front-loading this episode, because there's some great stuff, but we are digging in some of my favorite right away. I'm so stoked about this eBay feed. eBay is my new favorite social media.
Are there
I'm finding
comments
the
or
coolest
what?
stuff on here. Well, get this.
Okay.
I hope-
they're like letters and bottles on eBay that you have to buy.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
like super.
No one bought it
sentimental.
yet, Greg. Okay, you guys. I found on eBay a 6-finger monkey paw, mummified.
Well, there's 10 available. How many? They killed 5 monkeys.
Hey, it's a
Oh,
business, man.
Yeah, it's a business. Dude.
Wait a
Come on,
minute.
Numbers. That's
it
insane,
says
though.
medical oddity specimen. I really thought this was a real rare monkey that just rarely grew with an extra paw.
Is it an art
finger?
piece or is it an actual artifact? Or
I think
How
it'll
did you-
grant wishes either way. It's probably not
yeah,
as good a
dude.
wishes.
You just have to like believe.
Yeah, dude.
Hard enough,
seriously.
you know?
Yeah.
Like if you believe enough, then anything is possible.
Yeah, dude. Like Shazam or
Right.
whatever that
Yeah,
thing
man.
is. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know.
That's
what
what you
that
gotta
means.
say too. You gotta say
Says hand
Shazam.
sculpted.
So your purchase supports
You
an
have to say
artist.
Yeah.
Shazam.
That's great. That's probably why the price is so low. I almost bought it thinking I could really like
I think I
wish
still
on it.
might, man. I feel like drawn to it. Like I don't know why.
I feel drawn to
Well,
it.
you get an extra wish. That's why. It's obvious why.
Yeah.
I need this like tomorrow. Does it have like immediate shipping?
Well, you don't need it in a hurry. That's bad luck.
Oh yeah.
Because you're
right.
making humans like work harder to get it to you and like fret on it, and not like
Dude.
then they get extra.
I don't mean to veer off
magic
again,
of
but
it.
that's really interesting that you said, it's not good to do that because getting wishes, the monkey's paw thing is all about, okay, your son gets a job like you're praying for the monkey thing, but then he fucking gets killed.
Exactly.
Then you get a bunch of money, and that's how you get the money that you wanted. It's like, whoa.
These wishes aren't black and white.
Fucked up.
The wishes have a whole gradient in how successful and how well they can turn out for you.
Yeah, it's like black magic, right? Kind
Hell,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
blackest.
You have to be extremely, extremely specific. All right.
In your
making
wishes.
monkey paw wishes is a skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
An
even
art
if you're
form, some would say.
even if you're super specific and you go about it the wrong way,
That
you
make-
rush the shipping, you're
You rush the
impolite to the
shipping,
mailman.
first mistake.
Yeah, you do bad things on your way there. You
Don't look at it.
trip
Yeah.
on the neighbor's dog and don't
Oh,
pet it.
shit.
Sorry.
You gotta like wish for things you don't want to happen. You know, like I don't want to trip on the dog. I don't. You know, those are your real wishes right there. They're gonna protect your ass.
You have to use at least one of the wishes. The first one, if you're daring, to
Yeah.
like give back
If you
to
can wish at all.
the dark entities that are carrying out your bidding.
That's
So like
serious.
as you and they always show on the TV the finger curling on its own.
Oh,
That's
shit.
baloney.
Yeah.
You have to curl the finger.
Yeah.
So as you
and
curl
there's
the
rigor
finger,
mortis. Yeah. So you have
yeah, it usually cracks off. So as you're curling the finger,
to, second mistake.
yeah, you wanna. It's okay if it's as it's cracking off, or even right after it cracks off, that you finish really orchestrating the wish, and you can't
Yeah.
just like think it. No one's gonna hear your thoughts that clearly, as well as they
Definitely
would
not God.
if you scream them at the sky. So that's the
Yeah.
other thing people are doing wrong with the monkey paws. They're not
They're
screaming
not.
at the sky.
Yeah,
No.
Third mistake.
No, you have to. Don't worry about what your neighbors think. It's your fucking monkey paw,
Yeah,
not
dude,
theirs.
This is your house, your
You-
rental.
Yeah, you go on the back balcony. You go by the dog park or whatever.
This is your Sonic drive-through.
That's right. Sonic drive-through. See, that's a bad place to do it because
Yeah,
of
it
that
is.
bad juju.
That's your fourth mistake right there.
The more humans hear your wish and frown about it, the more the dark forces are gonna feel embarrassed to carry out your wish.
Yeah, dude,
They're
you're
like,
kind of
"Oh,
serious
you're-"
though. Like
yeah.
the dark forces, it's like real shit.
They're gonna
I
be
feel
like, "Oh, now these drive-through people know about me.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
lame. They don't want to
normie
be hip."
shit. Yeah, normies
exactly.
can't know.
Yeah, so if you make these
That's why I'm bringing it up
invisible
on this
demons feel like normie junk, they're not
Yeah.
going to carry out your bidding.
Yeah, it has to say a deep cut of philosophy. You know,
Yeah.
the deepest cut, all that stuff. We shouldn't even be talking about it, really.
Well, the thing is, the
We can.
monkey paw thing, you
What
can
What are you
really,
talking about?
I
you
went
can make
deep.
your own monkey paw with like carrots and a glove, as long as you're breaking fingers.
Absolutely,
Yeah. So,
absolutely was.
because the demons see the gesture.
It just makes sense.
Yeah. The
Carrots and a
looming
Voodoo
glove.
shit.
the looming entities following you around.
Like a shrunken head.
Yeah. the
A watermelon first. I don't know.
they just want to see the gesture.
Yeah, dude, just try. It's like Cain and Abel, you know, like God loved Abel, I believe, and Cain was all jealous, like, dude, I'm giving you some stuff, and Abel was like giving him his fucking sheep and all this stuff to God, and then Cain was all like, I'm giving you stuff, but he wasn't really trying, so like God
Yeah.
ended up like, I don't know, no, Cain got jealous of Abel. It's like the band thing we were talking about, you know. Anyways, dude, I don't mean to get into biblical shit. Never mind.
Well, no, that relates because say
You gotta
someone
try.
wants to give
Sacrifice.
something to God.
Yeah.
They should,
Mean
if
it.
they're really thinking about it, give something to someone else,
There are
another
shallow
person.
gestures, though.
Because if you
Yeah.
just leave it in a field to rot, God's not picking it up. There's
Yeah,
no God
straight
that's
up.
gonna grab that and like
Straight
enjoy
up.
it.
Yeah.
You gotta give it to another entity. Because the way I look at it, it's the only God that we can really scientifically measure and see doing stuff is the
Plants.
one that arises plants. Oh shit. Okay, you're right.
Dude,
No, there's a
plants
couple.
are trippy, bro.
Never
I'm not
mind.
even going there though. I keep doing that.
So my favorite one. No, you're right. So seriously, I can't argue with that. Plants are
Yeah.
a hella. But this
Our
is
God.
related.
Plants are God.
Yeah, especially to themselves and each other. The
Dude,
plant,
yeah.
that whole plant level.
Yeah.
But so, my point was that the
My bad.
community that people form and when people work together as groups, there's a deity that occurs from that.
Yeah.
There's divine
It's a
action that
bigger-
can't
yeah.
take place by any one person doing it. Like no one person can build a jet airliner or a hospital, and all these things do miracles.
Yeah.
But they're only possible with a community getting together, support systems,
Yeah,
the
like-
things that rescue you in a divine
People,
way,
Elon Musk
are
was
all
saying-
societal.
Yeah, it's like one person can do a lot, right? But an assembly line, people working together
Yeah.
can do so fucking much more.
Yeah.
You know, because they work as a system. And we only have this system, our like hands and feet and our fucking language.
So society functions like a deity, and therefore, if you go in the backyard and break carrot
And yell at the
hands,
sky.
yell at the sky, what it's going to do is put that intention in you, and your subconscious is going to look
Yeah.
for it as you go about your day.
That's-
You're gonna be like, that dude's doing what I was screaming at the monkey paw about. I'm gonna make friends with them and become a better auto mechanic or whatever you need in life.
Dude, what you're saying sounded like a joke, sort of. There was funny things about it. It wasn't meant to be funny, but it's super serious, man.
Yeah.
Like, go and yell at the sky, but not like that, metaphorically, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
You can definitely metaphorically yell at the sky and get the job done.
Or
like
you
a
could
pillow
just
or talk
do
to
it.
a pet.
You
Yeah.
can just do it for real.
You just actually do the thing instead of doing all this avoidance behavior.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Dude, there's so many subtle, like, defector fucking
Yeah,
shit
like
in our
sometimes-
minds, you know, subconsciously.
There's a task I really want to get done, and no matter how much I want to get it done, I don't want to start it.
Yeah, seriously.
And I think that some can of beer or this particular weed is going to do the job for me.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
rarely does.
No, it never does. For me. I'm going to have a few beers, I'm on a good night. I usually just end up getting, like, kind of grumpy and, like, I can't believe today.
And then
You know
it's
what I
an
mean?
excuse to not start it again.
Yeah, and you
Even
get
though it was
caught
what I
in
did
this
to
other
try to
shit.
start it, yeah.
When I smoke weed, I start thinking about all this stuff. I'm bringing out like plants, dude. Plants are God. Like, man, I love it though. That's why I go there.
Wow.
It's a place to visit, not to stay.
Place to visit, not to
You
stay.
told me that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No, for sure. You bring back a souvenir and all, but
what is that?
you don't want to
Poop?
wallow.
Where'd that come
Monkey
from?
paw for president.
Okay, yeah, monkey paw. Hey, that'd be pretty good. 6 wishes.
Yeah,
I
give me
could deal
some
with
wishes,
that.
you guys. Let's talk about some of your monkey paw
Let's
moments.
cease the riots.
What you yell at the sky?
Man, I
talk
can't even.
about.
Fuck, man. I would just want like peace and quiet, even though I have peace and quiet already.
Yeah,
I just want like
just
more. I just
more.
want to know that like more peace and quiet exists in my general
Yeah.
vicinity, and then like something terrible, something terrible would happen and wipe everyone out. And
Then
so
they
that,
make
like-
it so peaceful.
Yeah.
So you have to ask for like a little bit more peace and quiet. Like
Yeah,
just
just
turn
a
up the
tad.
peace and quiet slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
want the void to start staring back at me, please.
small ask, small consequences. That's your monkey paw philosophy.
Yeah.
So if you
Right.
don't ask too grandiose of things, you won't mess up too grandiose of things.
Yeah.
Little bites, little
This is
chips,
all
just
deep
chip away every
knowledge,
day.
bro.
Yeah.
All of this.
If you take one step towards your goal every day, you'll wake up a lot closer there. Even if you have a couple days where you roll backwards.
You have that subtle smile where you're like, oh shit, I'm kind of happy right now. You know what I mean? You're like, oh,
That's the monkey
Where
paw
am I?
moment. You
The
monkey
monkey
pawed it
paw
up.
moment.
The monkey paw's been inside of you all along.
that's what it is.
Hell yeah.
Gripping, grabbing at your organs, squeezing.
Right.
I took it too far.
No. I've been taken away too far, and I love it.
Now, what do you have next?
I'd wish also you had this. What I would also wish for is a
I'm leaving this tab
remote
up.
control pillow.
What?
It's a
fluff itself?
remote control pillow.
Does it fuck itself?
Does it fluff
No, it
itself?
I
controls
have
the
to
TV.
repeat that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
so great. Why would
You
you?
It like turns itself over.
I
You
want a
just-
pillow
don't
that
know.
fucks itself.
So
No,
it's
not
remote
fuck,
control,
it's,
so I don't need to be near it. But
Yeah.
what's the only
Fluff,
thing I would want to
but
be near it
whatever.
for?
No.
Well, shoot. Yeah, it's a remote control and a pillow so that your TV goes nuts when you try to lie down.
Tight.
This is another
Yeah.
eBay moment that I'm like, why is this?
Dude,
it seems like
people are
such a fun
somewhat-
idea until
my
the
friend
execution.
Glenn he's like, my wife makes these steak knives, bro. Here, have a couple of boxes. I'm like, what? So yeah, she made a lot of money on eBay through that.
She
Like
makes
that's this world. I
so
guess.
many steak knives that you can
Yeah.
have like a box
There's
of them.
cutlery. There's like 6 a box.
She makes them, but
and
like
she sells them on
according-
eBay. I don't know.
Does she
She
have, like, a
manufactures them
machine?
She's
somehow.
like a
Oh.
metalsmith.
She's like the middleman, you know, like, hey, give me these steak knives.
That's an
Here you
art
go.
form.
But they still happen. It's
No,
like
it's not. Not the way she does it.
Knife making is an art.
Yeah, it
form.
is.
it is, but maybe these were artistically designed, but then built with only craftsmanship.
I like China. I swear to
The,
God.
the
If it's a
craftsmanship of
pyramid scheme and she's just selling them,
No.
that's different.
I don't know. People with
was
businesses
like
are
Cutco.
smart. I've noticed in landscaping, I was like, dude, we started doing it low. Then I was like, wait, I can itemize everything. And then that truly shows me that I'm serious, and it just emits that, you know? If you know you're serious about something,
itemizing is
people
sick.
just fucking, itemizing is dope as fuck.
Making lists, I
Instead
feel
of
like
like $200 for the whole thing, be like, all right, well, this is going to be 50.
you avoid scope creep way more then. Have you
Yeah.
dealt with scope creep yet? Where they
What
just
the fuck is scope creep?
scope creep is where the scope of your job creeps larger because new things appear that need to get done
Oh, dude,
that the
absolutely.
client assumes was part of what you
Yeah, the sprinkler.
intended.
This lady had a sprinkler. She's like, yeah, fix that. And we had to shut up like the water to her house. We're like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude, what do we do? Like,
It
it's
ended up
just
being
shooting
more
out.
work than you intended. Yeah,
We're like, we're
Damn.
gardeners, man. Like, we didn't ask to fix your sprinkler.
being aware of scope creep and having methods of dealing with it is
Yeah.
such a big deal.
That's
Know how to
interesting.
say
Scope
no,
creep.
right?
Yeah, know how to say
Yeah.
no or how to say, I'm sorry, that wasn't part of what we quoted.
Yeah.
And
and
all of what
actually-
we quoted is in writing, and you'll see it's not included in that. So I'm sorry if you felt that it was intrinsically included, but with this much work involved, I need to charge you for this separately.
Yeah, absolutely. We weren't charging.
And
for
just
the
leave it on the
donkey.
table. Don't have to make any more excuses for
There's a
yourself.
lot
at
of
all.
self-value in contracting work. You know, you have to like know yourself and your value. That's what I was saying.
So
Like,
that was the
you know,
biggest challenge to getting used to
you're like,
billing
hey, I'll
things.
take
yeah.
$20 and I'll work for you, please. And now it's like, dude, you want my work, so
Yeah.
just give me money.
Yeah,
You know?
especially when you can afford to say no.
Yeah.
When you can afford to have
Yes.
them say no.
I've
That's
done-
when it completely flips around.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
went- yeah.
it's been nice to have like delivery driving for a while to lean back on in
That's
between
you, yeah.
things.
That's another, like,
Haven't done
thing.
that during the pandy, but I've still been getting by.
Yeah,
With
that's
my
cool.
little shout out to all the people that have given me little repair gigs.
That's tight, dude.
I don't want to. I'll leave people out if I name too many people, but you
Yeah.
know
I
who
got
you
a
are.
little
Thank you.
gig, handing out flyers for my friend John.
Nice.
He's actually the singer of a local band called Take.
Cool.
He helped me get this gig, so
Good
I'm
name.
making some money while
Awesome.
I'm technically unemployed.
Yeah, a lot of modification stuff too, like musical gear that isn't broken but could have an improvement, like a switch in the back of a rack unit, so that the knobs would work in stereo, so you wouldn't have to change both sets of knobs at the
Tight.
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
That's crazy, dude. I don't know. You've always been that guy who like just knows about websites. Oh, you want a cool hidden like little part of the website? Here you go. Oh, you want a cool little light on your amp? Here you go. Hey, you want this cool
Oh,
thing to
yeah.
put on your guitar? And it's like, dude, I loved all the modifications I had.
Yeah, you
I
have a
was-
modded amp that's got a weird version. It's like a
Yeah.
fuzz built in now.
Yeah, it was pretty sick, man. You
Sick.
do a lot of cool stuff.
Thank
Major
you.
props. I remember when I brought you on the AM radio show, it was like you had a Game Boy that you were fucking with.
I
You were on
recently
that
put a backlight
trip.
in a Game Boy that was Ange's one as a child. It still looks sickly green too. I matched the
Nice.
color. So look for that on Instagram the next couple days.
Sick.
Oh,
yeah, nice segue. I've been doing a bunch of Game Boy stuff lately. I recently posted how to sync a Game Boy to a Volca, if you're into that stuff.
I think I watched that.
Yeah, so
Oh.
woz.lol for that lane of the gizmo-y stuff. And then, of course, Greasy Conversation for all of this news reaction magic.
Yeah, I love the synth jams, dude. I started going down a hole of synth jams. I'm like, man, this is
Synth
fucking sick.
jams.
Be like, hey, I have an ambient synth jam number 560. You know what I mean? I love YouTube. Fucking
Dang,
love it.
I think we're already at Bob Thornton hour 2.
We're pretty close.
Yeah,
Got a few more minutes. You want to do it now?
I figure might as well, like, knock it over.
All right.
Ever notice how sometimes classic rock isn't classic? Classic is supposed to mean the artist has been around for a while and done a thing or two. Welcome to High Quality Rock, the undisputed best artists and songs in rock and roll history with no posers and no slog. Only the best of the best rock music with pedigree that didn't come out of a comic book. Great music 24/7, excellent programs all week and every weekend. It's basically the only rock music station you need, and it's at highqualityrock.com, now included with the free Radio Vegas Rocks app.
Nut rub from Ball Wash. You put that on after you cleanse yourself and get a nice little fragrance down there, and it lasts all day, and it's absolutely really amazing.
Ooh, yes.
And it smells great. So there you go.
Yeah, heck yeah. Thank you so much. I'm so proud to become
Thank you, Ball Wash, and
Thank you,
visit
Ball
them online at ballwash.com and use coupon code Radio Vegas to get 20% off.
Man, I'm having
They
so
have
much fun.
they have
already popping these.
shampoos and they have soap. And
I'm very
they have,
excited about this. I've always seen this. Like, I wonder how that works or what it smells like.
Well, you should open it and smell it, and you'll get even more
There you go.
excited.
Twist and pull.
He had
twist and pull.
he had no trouble at all over here.
Listen, all right, I don't grab things that are lubricated, all right? Give me a break, all right? It smells delicious. No, actually, you can smell it through the can. It actually does smell
Oh,
pretty
you do?
good.
You can?
Yeah, it says ocean air solid cologne.
Ooh, mine is cedar and citrus for those woodsy smells.
I mean, it says ocean in there on mine. Does it say yours is cedar?
Cedar and citrus.
Okay, here, I'll trade you so you can smell mine. Well, I don't want you to smell it that way, but I mean,
Well, this is nice too.
yeah, see, and they actually make some really good smell. Dude, nut rub. Tonight, let's
Let's-
put it to the test.
Let's rub some nuts.
Let's rub the cedar and the ocean together. See if we can get a woody ocean.
Let's rub some nuts.
When you need the balls to smell as fresh as the day.
Nut rub.
From Ball Wash. Use coupon code Radio Vegas to get 20% off.
Hey, it's RadioVegas.rocks. Check out Sin City Lovin' Podcast.
All right, so I'm gonna pull up. Don't look over here. I'm gonna pull up the.
I don't want to look over there.
No, but I
don't
want
wanna see a
everyone
blue
to see
waffle.
your face.
Is it a blue vagina? Is that what you're
You have
talking
to-
about?
okay,
That's
hold on.
disgusting.
I want you to see. I want everyone to watch your face because this is their first time.
Oh my
seeing
god,
this.
I'm so nervous. So nervous. I'm gonna hide my face.
Don't look yet.
Oh my
Let me pull up
gosh.
the images.
So
Hold
gross.
on. It's so. Okay, you ready?
No.
Wait, let me get it. Let me
Dude,
zoom
am I
in.
gonna puke? I ate breakfast
You
this
might.
morning.
Hold on, it's pulling up.
I'm
Are
like,
you
"No."
ready?
I was like, no, I'm not giving BJ's.
Are you ready?
No, I'm not
Are you
ready.
ready?
I don't want to look.
You guys ready? You want to watch your face? Okay, gotta look. Do it. Do it. Do it.
I can't.
Do it.
Oh my god. Oh, that is disgusting.
Exactly. Tell me.
Oh, I'm seriously gonna throw up. Oh my god.
Tell me you don't show that in health class and people will stop having dirty sex.
That's Sin City Lovin' Podcast every other Wednesday, 9 a.m. on RadioVegas.rocks.
Why do we love the Golden Tiki so much? How about the handcrafted tiki drinks made with freshly squeezed juices, homemade syrups, and top shelf booze? These aren't your cruise ship pre-mixed cocktails. These specialty drinks take time and are for the true cocktail enthusiasts. Located in the strip mall in Chinatown, it's truly a hidden hideaway. Well, hidden if you don't know the address. It's 3939 Spring Mountain Road. This place is what my tiki bar dreams are made of. An adult version to Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, complete with alcohol-infused Dole Whip and dirty talking birds, with drink names like Navy Grog, Terrible Twisted, and Dirty Banana. And last but not least, a shot of empathy named Kraken. These drinks will have you back and back again. From the kick-ass atmosphere, hidden Easter eggs in the bar, like Bigfoot's footprint, and don't forget to rub the golden dong for good luck. From live music to DJs that will make you feel like you're on a tropical vacation. The Golden Tiki, 3939 Spring Mountain Road. That's the Golden Tiki, 3939 Spring Mountain Road.
Springy Mountain, springy mountain, bouncing around, bouncy spring mountain.
Your new favorite internet radio station, RadioVegas.rocks.
How big that it shows, dude.
This is Greasy Conversation. Oops. There we go. Aha. Okay. Greasy Conversation. You're listening to it. It's occurring. Fun is happening. Fun at all costs.
I declare fun.
I demand that there be fun. Ah! If you're not having fun,
It's remote.
turn that frown upside down, or I'll slap it around for you.
You're not having fun. You need to get out.
Mandatory fun.
Is this a quiz show?
These are the gurgling, crawling snakes of fun coming at you. Yeah.
I can't hear myself, but
Fun.
You can't.
All right.
I don't know what that sounds
It's
like.
like you think it sounds.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was hoping.
It's successful.
We got a Japanese spirit amabie. Is that how you say it?
Absolutely. It is
I
now.
think I
now.
put a pronunciation
Yeah, it is
there.
It looks like that. Amabie.
Yeah.
That's some weird little fish spirit that's supposed to ward off plagues. So it's been kind of
Plagues?
revived.
It's such a
Is
cool.
that why Corona's going away and we don't have to wear masks at riots?
Amabie.
Well, you still should, but you know.
Yeah.
That's
When
the
you're
thing
rioting,
is,
please wear
Amabie
masks.
will specifically punish you. Specifically,
Amabie.
if you cough on your brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I
It just
really
makes
feel
sense.
I'm really for personal freedom on the mask thing and people just finding out what's best for them to keep others safe and trusting their judgment rather than
Yeah.
people policing each other.
A lot of
It's
people
like
are kind of assholes about it.
if you're staying 6 feet away from people and you're conscious and not coughing on people, you should be able to just make your choice on that.
I agree.
Yeah. People are just mad right now, dude. And
Yeah, and they're taking it out on other people,
Online is
policing.
creeping into real life so much. You know what I mean? Like it is.
It's because it is another real life.
Like swatting and shit. Yeah, it is. It's
There's-
virtual reality.
It's just as real as the flesh world.
That's how
and
we
it
make, a
affects
lot of us
us.
make money.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
how we're making money. There's tangible money.
I sell art and weird shit and landscaping, and that's how people know about it. Not in person.
Tangible
anymore.
actions are directed by what takes place online.
Mhm.
It's every bit as tangible as our own thoughts and plans.
It's probably more because you know what other
For
people
sure.
feel about it, and you can see conversations now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you
It's
know
fucking
what?
Weird, dude.
Making a list. That reminds me again about not to circle back to what we were talking about before too much, but
Yeah.
making a list is another way of making things real besides just yelling them at the sky.
Jordan Peterson says that. Not to go into
Yeah,
it.
well,
but
it's a
Jesus Christ.
Buddhist thing. Also,
You gotta
like,
be aware of what you've been through, man.
yeah, make a
You gotta
list,
look at
make
it.
bullet points, make sub bullet points.
That's how shit comes back out at you, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're like, fuck! And you're like, why do I do that? And it's like, because you never got over your pet fish dying, and you know what I mean? Whatever
Right.
it may be. You know?
But,
That's
like,
deep shit.
There's somewhere further to go, it turns
Yeah.
out, beyond just the Buddhist make lists thing.
You gotta
There's
do
a
the list. No.
well, that, yeah. But I mean, like the concept of the list, you can take it further to like a script, or dare I even say a diagram.
Oh shit.
So like if you get really listy, I feel like lists have led to schematics for me of things I wouldn't have made if I just thought about it in my head, because it just wouldn't fit in my head. There's too many little chunks.
Yeah.
So when you get to that diagram level, you're making like scripts.
And it's going in. Yeah,
Scripts is
for
another one
YouTube-
because like a
yeah.
real piece tends to happen if you make a script rather than just like, oh, I want to make this video
I was
eventually.
gonna do that with my painting thing. Like, so you want to abstract paint, huh? You know what I mean? Like, you write a script. Like,
Yes.
punk, you want to fucking get your thoughts out on paint, motherfucker?
That's a big part of being able to do the recent push I've been doing on waz.lol and its associated Instagram is like scripting and like planning out a lot of these projects and preparing in advance and just piling it up. A lot
Makes
of
it
P's
really
there.
real. Like, lectures are sick as fuck, dude. Do you ever watch lectures like an hour long of this dude that obviously
When
went
it's a
over
sick
all this in
lecture.
his head?
Mr. ADD can watch an hour-long lecture.
Dude, because they go into one idea and they just branch the fuck off, and I love that. You know, when I'm stoned, that's where I'm at. I like to branch off and.
Lots of times ADD can have like a
What
super
kind do
focus
you
on
go
something.
for?
Dude, I've been on the self-help shit because
Yeah.
it's like I've been bummed out for shit that's just self-helpy. But what do you go for?
For
Do you
sure.
ever?
I do that, or I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
like either like philosophy of consciousness or artificial intelligence.
Hell yeah, that
Those are, like,
sounds
my
tight.
thing.
I went to Jordan Peterson's like biblical discussions.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, the floods mean this. It's like 2 hours long. Adam and Eve means this. Cain and Abel is where I got that one. You know, like people making sacrifices. Like if they have a baby or something, they're like, yeah, I have my family. But it's like you gotta like have your family. You know what I mean? You gotta like be your whole self in every single thing you do, or else you're like Cain. And Cain gets jealous of Abel and kills him, and that's just like the first murder. And it's all out of jealousy over someone else living their life right, and you can't find it in yourself. You're too busy looking at them. It's just fucking interesting. You know
It's
what I mean?
funny how on that particular story you are right now.
Yeah, I am. I've been there my whole life because I don't hate. I'm not
But
that
what
jealous.
brother
but
is it, like the metaphorical brother of like your peers and what you do?
yeah,
that you
absolutely.
feel the conflict with?
You know, you want to kill people.
Oh no, that makes sense because
I
you
don't know.
have been competitive as an artist in what you've like wanted to get
Yeah, you
as
know
a
what?
musician with the band
Let me
and
just
stuff.
say, if there's any artist people watching, like, I'm so fucking pissed off. I'm not in that club. You know what I mean?
But
Like
it's a
Alex
club that you
Huerta.
like are
Sorry.
in though.
With my friends, yeah. I'm so thankful for all the people buying art. Like, still yesterday I sold a piece. And it's like, hell yeah, you know? It makes me feel
But do you
good.
sometimes feel like not in it as much as you want?
Yeah, I
to
don't
be, like,
feel like... I used to have friends, you know what I mean? Like, in it. Like, me and you were talking all the time. Everybody was just around each other inevitably, you know?
about
It's
the it sounds like you're talking about the music now. Is that happening with the
It's
art
like-
too? Or is
yeah,
it really
I
just
want, okay,
overlap with
so
both?
the music thing was awesome. I was integrated with all of
For
the
sure.
people. And now I just feel like I'm outside the circle. Does
Uh-huh.
that make sense? You
But
know,
really,
I'm like
you're in
not...
the same circle with the same people that you were
There's-
before.
there's
but
a lot
people are
of hype.
doing different things and
I
combinations of
respect a
things.
lot of artists, and they don't respect me. That's how I feel. It's
Ah.
probably not true, but people like Nancy Good, Effie, Dina respects me. But you know, there's these good artists, and I feel like I'm just an amateur because I'm like vomiting.
But it's
whatever's in my
fun
head.
to think about this. This comes back to what I was
I
saying.
just
before we
want
started.
friendship. That's why I'm mad.
Yeah.
You know, that's
But also,
weird. to be
I
mad
love
about.
thinking about art stuff with sporting attitudes.
Yeah.
Because I felt like just
That's
thinking
interesting.
about art and creation as a game isn't
Makes it
enough.
healthy.
Because a lot of games I fluff off. I can't take games seriously, but I don't want to think about it as like art is life.
I feel
because
like-
if it's too much more than a game, if it's more than a sport, then I get too crazy too, and I don't
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
take care of myself.
Well,
and
a
like,
sport requires action on your part, and
Yeah.
you haven't. You know, usually you just get mad and there's no action.
Uh-huh.
Sporting makes it. It's great
Yeah.
because sporting makes you do something.
you can look
It's
at
your
like,
turn. Balls in your court.
you can look at your exposure and get a score. There's ways of ranking things that you've
Yeah,
done
we've
that are
all
really
made 'em,
shallow. So instead of like being like, oh, I'm an artist, I have like intrinsic success, and I don't need to look at these numbers and shallowly compare myself to others. I say, F that. I'm going to be a little bit shallow, calibratedly. I'm going to look at those numbers and I'm going to strive to make them better
Yeah.
with a sporting attitude. And when I don't live up to other people's stuff, then I'm just
Yeah.
like, well, that's an athlete. I'm just going to applaud them
Yeah.
and want to be more like them, but otherwise, good game.
Exactly. I just wish I could have a beer with them after the game, metaphorically. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's
I
great
wish
enough
I
just
knew
to
them.
show up and be on the field.
Yeah, I
and
like
have
to
a
be
couple
like,
people
hey,
check it in.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've been like, hey, and they just straight up ignore me. I'm like, this is not like the music scene at all. Maybe painters are all fucking weirdos.
Well, sometimes
I'm a
the other
weirdo.
team doesn't have to be nice to you.
Exactly, and that's what I hate.
But the thing is with art is they can be on your team if they want.
Yeah.
But if they're not going to be on your team, then let's fucking see whose numbers are what. You
Yeah,
know what
exactly.
I mean?
Just keep going
And even
with
if they
yourself.
keep womping you, you have little successes and you still can feel competitive healthily.
I think I miss the forest for the trees a lot. You know, I get stuck on one roadblock. I'm like, fuck that. It's not fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just can't rest until I like bitch it out or
I
something.
know.
don't
I have a problem as a creator that I know a lot of people I know share and a lot of people that I follow share. And that's that I will mess around with tools way more than create things with the tools. A way I kind of reconciled with that it's unique for me, that maybe this can apply to some other people with the same problem, is that, again, I tried to embrace it by saying, okay, I am just messing with tools and not creating any music now, and these are music-making tools I spent 3 days taking apart. But if I get artistic and get creative with what I do with the tools, modifying them, customizing, creating new ones,
you know what I mean?
that's
Same
like
thing.
people that, like, you don't have to race on the track to be into cars. You can be into cars and just be wrenching all day and not even drive them around, and you're still into cars. So that's one of the ways that I'm into music that I think is safe.
It should be like, you know, people that aren't into cars are important too.
Yeah.
You know, like Tiffany loves all this cool shit on YouTube, and I'm like, what the fuck are you watching? It's all this nerdy like sword making and people towing stuff and all this mechanical stuff. I'm like, who are you? I didn't know that about her. It's just really interesting. I'm like, that's really essential though. She likes photographing bands. And people that like bands are essential for the bands. It's just like a little ecosystem, you know what I mean?
And it's better to create for people like you than to
that's
try
what
to
you're
create
doing
for
anyway.
everyone, because
Thanks for the
everyone's going to
shout-out.
forget you.
No problem. No, but seriously, man, I've been just overanalyzing a lot of stuff
But
in
see,
a good way.
Those are examples of content that's geared for a certain audience, and it nourishes that audience. And
Yeah.
I think that that's important to remember as a creator, because there's a time when you're younger and you just want to reach as many people as you can.
Some people aren't gonna like your fucking pasta. I don't know how to
Well,
say
it's
it.
better well, if you try
People
to
aren't
make
gonna like it.
when you try to make something that everyone likes, it's become something that no one loves.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's very wise.
It's like fast food. When you try to make the most tolerable focus group products, then everyone's like, okay.
You gotta step out of line like the hot and spicy biscuit for McDonald's breakfast. You know, I was like, damn,
Polarizing things.
That's tight.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
not polarizing
You
if
combine
everyone
that
hates
shit.
it. People are funny about polarizing though. They're like, oh, this is really polarizing. No, it's just everyone's on the same side of hating it. That's not polarizing if everyone
Dude,
just hates
hate
it.
is almost more. If you guys were just dickheads on here, you probably get a lot more people watching. Be like, fuck these guys, and people are like, yeah, fuck these guys. I don't even know what I'm watching, but this sucks. And you know, like that's what Tekashi 69 did when he broke the internet with his new fucking thing. He has his ankle bracelet on, just out of jail because he's a snitch, and he's like, just getting money. You know what I mean, from ad revenue and all this shit, and people are looking at this train wreck. You know what I mean? So. It's weird. You guys are wholesome content, though, so I love you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Whoa, I hit that. Cringeworthy. So
You
there's
hit
an
that, dog.
F-bomb now and then. Grandma, I'm sorry.
Aw,
but it's part of
probably a lot for
self-expression.
me.
I try to be tasteful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Grandma.
Speaking of tasteful, here's a cute moment. There's a sea lion that painted that fish monster.
I see
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
This sea lion learned how to paint this really good
Where'd it
cartoon
go?
looking of this.
He does it a lot?
Amabie.
Whoa.
Yeah, he paints a lot.
That's
and
Amabie?
Leo, this sea lion Leo learned how to
He
paint
started,
that.
quote unquote, he started drawing Amabie. Like, what the fuck? Where'd you find this stuff?
I hunt
It
around.
comes to
this
you?
one,
No.
I hate to say it, but shout out to Fox News on this one.
I know, I saw that headline. I'm like, dog, are we really going to Fox?
I saw three
Where
different
is it?
coverage on this particular article, and Fox News was the only one that talked about the sea lion I wanted to
So
talk
how do
about.
we please this? How do we please this plague god?
You have to show pictures of it to other people and let people know about it.
Oh. Well,
And
thank
if
you for
don't-
sharing.
Yeah. If you don't, it'll make your life a
Teach
living
you.
hell.
I think it was only a couple weeks that this sea lion learned this.
Right?
Yeah.
Late March, practicing for about a month.
I'm gonna draw Amabie.
That's a
Yeah,
smart
right.
animal. That's on my list of animals that I think might get voting rights in my lifetime.
He's been practicing. Does he know he was practicing? He's
Oh fuck
conscious
yeah!
of what
He's trying to convey like, dude, he's in the well. Like,
I guarantee
Lassie.
they showed him a bunch of pictures, and we're like, "Fish, if you duplicate this."
Let me know if you understand.
That's fascinating.
Clap twice.
Yeah, blink twice if you.
What I'm wondering is this sea lion aware of this representing another living entity as an image, or just a shape it's copying?
Probably
And
just the shape.
if it's thinking about whether or not it's able to perceive if it's thinking about things. Like, how aware is this? I think
Probably a
animals are
lot.
way more often self-aware than we realize.
Me too.
They're just not distracted with talking
They
about
speak
it.
with their eyes a lot, but you know,
Yeah.
plants, dude, doing landscaping and knowing how plants like live and like defend themselves with thorns, like that's fucking crazy. They've developed how to live healthily in these different climates. And so, if, dude, plants are doing that, animals are on some other shit. You know what I mean? They're probably like
What?
Cats and Dogs, the movie.
I think too that a lot of
They all talk.
that people in general think they're way more conscious than they actually are.
Really?
Yeah, I think
They're just
a
dumb.
lot of people.
We spend a lot of time on autopilot. We don't. think
Yeah,
about it.
and we don't think about it. Like your brain, that part of your brain like kicks on later and is like, oh, you've been conscious this whole time. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, seriously. I hate that. You know?
Yeah, dude,
I don't like it. I become used to that autopilot.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Everyone does. It's just like
It's
how
terrible
we are.
nowadays. Yeah, we're in little bites. I don't even read the fucking. I'm one of those people. I read the headline. I'm like, damn, that sucks. You know?
That
I don't
waking
know the
up
details, but-
situation you described made me just lose the game. You just gamed me.
I need to see video of the sea lion though. Video or it didn't happen.
You don't believe it?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
She's calling bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is Fox News.
it's a setup.
Yeah, seriously.
No,
Tucker Carlson, write that.
I corroborated it. Here's NPR with the same story.
Oh shit.
Just so we can
Although
be
I don't
balanced
know-
Dude,
like
he's
that.
got sources. You guys got sources.
We do. If you go
Oh,
to greasyconversation.com, you can actually see our live news doc with
Did
all
the
our links and
dolphin
sources.
tape that?
With links with Easter eggs too in there.
Nice.
Yeah, NPR's coverage of this sucks.
Yeah.
So there.
As usual. I'm just kidding.
Oh man, this is perfect. Can we go to the Leaning Tower of Dallas next?
Yeah, do it.
It just feels related somehow. That's my kind of segue. This feels related somehow.
I think this is the same.
Yeah, this is actually pretty great. It was this demolition
This photo gallery is great.
gone awry of this tower in Dallas. Where is it?
So it looks like it was a tiny tower, but it was actually a lot wider around.
Just gonna wait for it to
And
load.
when it demolished a central core, about a third of the width of the rest of the building remained.
That's tight. Is it still there?
So, no, it's probably still there. There's a lot of great pictures of people kicking it. So that central core looks like it's the outside of the tower, but it's actually
These
the
people
middle
are
that was
pretty
left
cool.
after a bunch fell around.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
these kids pushing on it and stuff. Love it.
Yeah.
Photo gallery time.
Yeah, I'm wondering how many people were fired.
This is NBC News, by the way.
Get the
Like
fuck
you're,
out of
you're
here.
supposed to like blow up the building safely, and it's just like leaning.
So I read about what the demolition people said,
Yeah.
and the way they worded it, it was basically something that could happen in any demolition.
Yeah.
There's a certain percentage of chance that like they'll make a mistake like that.
You kind
And
of
it's-
hope that something would still stand, you know, like 'cause if it wasn't intentional, I don't know, man.
Well, it was
This
intentional.
Just
They
good
meant to demolish
architecture, I
it.
guess, is what I'm saying.
It was better than they anticipated, or I
Good
think
on
they
them.
had a failure of a line
There
or
you
a
go.
product that they didn't create.
There you go.
And so they have insurance for that kind of thing. And like, I think it's written into their contract like a certain amount of release of liability for this kind of situation.
Nice.
You got to, because you could mess up and have the whole thing fall over on another building.
Yeah. I like this one with the hair dryer.
Yeah, I
Blow in
just
the
passed the
tower.
hairdryer
Yeah.
one.
The dog.
There's a dog leaning the same as it. That's a good dog.
Good dog. Yeah.
This guy's pushing it over with his belly.
That's me in 5 years.
I missed it.
Dad bod.
No, it's further
What
out. It's
fun.
past the hairdresser.
What
Drive.
fun.
I think this is
I
really
haven't done.
lame. Why do people do
Ha!
this?
Tiffany's like, fake.
That's the thing.
Fake.
'Cause
They're
it's
not
like-
really pushing that over.
Because people have
It's like
been.
kids in the whole crush you your
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been doing it to the Leaning Tower of Pisa forever. That's
Yeah.
like the tourist thing to do.
Yeah, now you can do it in the States. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Tight.
I love that there's one woman getting a photograph of it while there's two people doing the same thing in the same frame
Yeah, that's
further away.
hilarious. Yeah.
I
I
love-
was wondering what they were doing, but in their perspective, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
in their
Okay.
perspective, they're doing with the thing. Oh man, this
shit.
kicker person.
Yeah.
This is great. I love when someone else gets a photo of someone else getting a funny photo.
Yeah. Well, ideas spread pretty quick, I guess. Like the Trump statue that everyone like went downtown to fucking destroy. I posted show flyers on it. That's pretty punk rock.
Oh, I am not dealing with anything
No,
local
you
in the
don't have-
last week, unfortunately.
What do you mean?
I'm
oh, no,
just,
not last week. It was a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like 2016, 17. And
Oh.
Decline did it, yeah.
And Decline made a Trump
Yeah,
statue?
they made a Trump statue. They have a thing called Hedge will Roll, and they're saying in October they're going to have a huge installation about Trump at the wall or something.
Neat.
It's like a trailer. Yeah, it's
That
pretty
was
interesting.
the first artist, like, thing that I noticed in Vegas.
Me
were
too.
those things tucked away.
My buddy showed me it's
decline,
only
we were
getting
talking
worse or whatever. They have a little video of just like riots. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's like graffiti and they like go on the Big Mac thing, the McDonald's billboard, and they're like made with E. coli, and like they do like graffiti like that.
And
and they-
Hanging Man when they're
Yeah,
there
we're
was-
dying for work. Like there's a
Yeah.
blank billboard like dying for work.
And who is this?
This guy hanging on the news.
In decline?
In decline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're everywhere, dude.
Yeah, I've seen
love them.
those stickers and shit.
Yeah, Mercy
Oh, yeah.
Music is really connected to like Brian McPherson, who directs a lot of their videos. I think it's a really interesting collective, man. I wanna
Yeah,
get
I'm
in
glad
there.
you did a shout out there because,
Yeah, In Decline, what's up?
yeah, interesting stuff that like has been influential to me. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can follow him on YouTube. It's pretty interesting, man. I've been trying to keep touch with everyone. It's like a new hub. You know, I figured out YouTube basically. It's a lot better than Facebook.
are you starting to make connections with it? Because I think it might be what the time I'm not putting in interacting with other creators on YouTube versus what I'm doing on Instagram.
Yeah,
But Instagram's
Instagram is
been
amazing.
Doing way better for me than YouTube.
Dude.
I struggle on YouTube comparatively.
I made it a whole year just on art sales from Instagram, like when in 2018.
Wonderful.
I had to
Damn,
fucking
nice.
survive off like 200, 100, 75, 75.
It's where most of my acquisition is coming from with
Yeah.
the cool gadgetry for sure.
I'm in like 11 states, dog. It's pretty tight, but I don't know. It
Washed
takes a-
up.
Yeah, I'm washed up, damn it. Oh, dude. It's an interesting life.
YouTube's
It's
just
a-
drama. Just people
It's
making
tight.
drama videos back and
Yeah,
forth.
but that's what fucking Facebook is. Like fucking white people. And you're like,
guys-
dude, you're the whitest bitch I know. You know what I mean?
I don't have those experiences.
I do. You don't. That's not on your feed. Thank
no,
God.
no.
I
I
just don't know
curate.
that shit, man.
I
It's all
It's
right.
all
curate my
so and
feed.
so said this about me. Wah wah wah.
I know. Yeah, and then
I
went to like.
don't
They
interact with
suck,
those,
and
and
this is
the
why.
algorithm knows.
For an hour.
Yeah.
You can subconsciously, against your will, interact with things like that, and
You're
then
right,
you get
bro.
fed it more.
I kinda
I'm,
get-
I'm really anal about how much pruning I do in my feed.
That's amazing.
So I don't get shit on. I get like puppies, friends' children,
Tight.
hella friends'
Tractors.
children.
So many babies lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
Tractor
I
too.
just shared cat memes for a while, so like I'm
Oh,
set. That's like I just.
So
get
your
cat
feed's
memes,
nice
dog.
and catty?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you're
you
spreading
gotta
that
treat it.
love. You
Yeah,
know what I
man,
mean?
like-
That's a good deed.
There's a huge metaphor in this for how people maintain their own brain.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
people do not think enough about how they are more
Filtering.
than one person. How you've got more than one functioning system in that head to try to wrangle. And you've got to reconcile things with yourself and other yous in there.
Yeah.
And
Shit.
the way
Damn, dog.
that you treat your algorithm, the way that you complain about what Facebook is feeding you versus what you right click on the freaking 3 dots and say, I don't want to see this anymore,
Yeah.
or stop clicking like on stuff just because it makes you mad, or stop clicking the angry face at all.
yeah.
And
What does
really
that do?
The angry
The
face,
algorithm.
well, tells if you interacted with it at all, Facebook thinks you want more of it,
Yeah.
Oh.
whether you hate it or not. There's no like dislike with Facebook. All
Yeah.
of the angry face, sad face, snuggle, smile, heart, that's all likes.
It's all
Yeah.
interaction.
All-
It's just
And
interaction.
it boosts it so
Absolutely.
other people see it. So if it's like toxic shit.
So if you don't
which
want
most of
something,
it is,
if
yeah.
you don't want something in your feed, don't even leave it in your face, because Facebook
Send death
watches where
threats,
you
right, right.
scroll.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, and how long you like linger on it?
Yeah,
right?
especially
Yeah.
Instagram does this like crazy. If you linger on it just because you're appalled,
Yeah, it knows
it's
that
gonna
the
think,
picture.
that, oh, whatever he was seeing, he liked looking at it.
Wow.
Dude, sometimes I like go to a picture and it automatically puts, do you want to put congrats? Is that what you're trying to say? Before I even start typing. It's like, yo, do you want to say cool dog? You know what I mean? And I do, but still, how do you know that?
So I feel like there's a metaphor in that to how we treat our own brains, because there's a part of our brain that's working just as autopilot as that
Yeah.
algorithm.
And if
but
your
it's inside
autopilot
us.
sour, ugh.
Yeah, and if you're not programming that part of your brain, which like, I should talk. There's hella pot calling the kettle black here with
Yeah.
bad habits and stuff.
Yeah, we
but
all got
it's
'em.
that's how you have to nudge away at things like that, and it
You
starts
gotta
training
fake
your
it to
algorithm
make it,
inside.
though. You know, everyone's got that ugly underside. Like, sluggish, you know what I mean?
Fake it to make
Fuck
it is such a
everything.
loaded term to me,
What
because
is?
I love it and
What
I've
is?
subscribed it to the term "fake it to make it." Oops, sorry.
Oh, yeah, dude, it helped me a lot.
Yeah, it's.
I can put on a face like no other.
I think it's
nice.
really valuable and good for people to use it, but I think people abuse it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like
Or
it's
they
not a
start
blanket
to
statement.
Believe their lies
Yeah, seriously.
and their own
Close your eyes.
delusions.
Yeah,
Because
if
if you're faking it, don't get pompous.
We know someone like that.
Yeah, if you use it as like a
Mark Saint, shout out, fake ass motherfucker.
use it
No,
as like building
don't name me.
yourself or like building confidence in yourself or doing something like that's
Yeah.
what I used it for.
Yes.
It's like Like,
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to
It
make
has to
art,
be
but I didn't
internal.
consider myself like any type of serious artist. But I'm like, if you
It's
just
not
do
for
the
that.
thing you think you want to do,
Yeah, it
you'll
makes
wanna
you
do it more.
happy.
Yeah, exactly.
I find myself thinking a lot about like, well, I can't do that. Other people would. It's like, no, dude, wait, it's all me.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't exist as much as I think it does.
Or
Yeah.
I think
If
about
I'm
it.
doing it, I'm a thing doer.
Yeah,
I think about it
you're
in a social engineering way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, social engineering a lot is just like act like you belong somewhere and no one's going to question
Yeah.
you because people don't do that.
Sometimes I have my posture like, and other people start doing it. I'm like, all right, I'm in control of this situation. You know what I mean? Like,
Get his
straight
arms
up.
folded.
You feel like, you know, when you look people in the eye,
Leaning
you fucking
back,
speak loud.
Chin up.
You know, if it's a bunch of
Yeah.
other men at work in the union, I'm like, what's
Yeah.
up, man? Yeah. No, I don't talk like that, but you know.
Also, like closed gestures versus open gestures is a little subconscious thing.
What's a closed
It's probably
gesture?
not worth thinking too much about.
Yeah.
But if your heart is open, like literally, like
Mm.
exposed, your arms are out, hands open, visible hands.
Like this is open.
That's receptive.
People are open to this.
Too
because I'm
open, and you look too casually
you're like-
relaxed. Yeah, you're like climb in.
Like, dude, chill out. Chill out on the chill.
But this is so comfortable when
But
I'm
the thing
just
is,
like,
this
Well,
isn't.
yeah.
I don't think this is as much of a closed gesture though, because it can be attentive.
You gotta do it a certain
So
way.
I don't think it's as simple as like open and closed.
Yeah.
Because like arms crossed can just mean I'm paying attention, and I think people
Yeah.
perceive that. I think people don't.
It's kind of like I'm
yeah,
just, you know, yeah, I got it. I got
totally.
you.
But when you've got your arms closed and you're like half turned to the person, like you're about to walk away.
Yeah, it's all about where your body is, dude. If you're speaking to someone, you need eyes and teeth. You know what I mean? Like getting these teeth is so weird, like
Have you ever-
metaphorically for me.
3-second rule helps too with social awkwardness.
What?
So you just look at each person for approximately 3 seconds, or
Yeah.
your perception of 3 seconds.
Mhm.
So you spread your attention, and then
Yeah.
you not.
You look present. You're
Yeah.
not-
It's not so short that you like make eye contact and then dart away,
You
which
are
you
two
might worry
people.
is suspicious, and then you do it extra.
Yeah.
And it's not so long that you start to feel like you're making a face or something from staring
That's so
at them
interesting
long.
because a lot of guys flirting with girls probably like push that other self that they're trying to like. All right, be cool, touch your boob. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like they go way too far.
I'll
with trying to be.
overthink about which direction I look after I look at
'Cause-
someone, and
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Dude, the
Don't
most
have to
people
think that much
that-
about it.
I'm just. No, I'm not gonna go into that. But there's this guy I met who goes online. He's so happy, and then in real life, it's so sad, and it's so delusional, and I just was mind blown, dude. That I realized that these people are shouting, "I'm fucking having a great time, having a great life. Everything's awesome. Thanks for the likes." You know what I
Everything
mean?
is fine.
Yeah, and then you meet him and you're like, "Holy fuck, dude! I can't hang out anymore." Sorry. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
YouTube in
The
20,
more you portray, the less it is probably in real life.
YouTube
People are humble.
2015 to 2017 was a huge time when like all my favorite YouTubers were having breakdowns.
Oh yeah.
It was like, oh no, I don't want to do this. It turns out
Yeah.
I was overthinking this YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Dude, YouTube's crazy, man. Putting yourself on and doing the song and dance.
Well, because it's a certain formula.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You can't look at the comments.
You don't have to look at the comments, and you
No.
also don't have to do someone else's formula just because their formula worked. There's so many things that worked. So. Oh hey, why don't we move on to another nugget?
All right. A gentleman
Yes.
was busted breaking into, or he had broken into an Australian museum and spent about 40 minutes strolling around, and it was closed, obviously. And he was taking selfies with all like the fossils
Nice.
and exhibits and shit.
That's tight.
That's dope.
Yeah. So.
Did he get arrested or something?
Yeah.
Get the fuck
he
out.
did get busted. Yeah.
Okay, that sucks.
You can take the selfies with those things when it's not broken into. Who is
That's
this
funny.
blue shirt tucked into khaki pants?
Hey, God,
That's the dude.
Fuck it, I'm doing it.
Who breaks into something in khaki pants?
He's been wanting to do this for his whole life.
Yeah,
Brown leather belt?
He's been planning this for a
He
while.
looks
man.
like
moment for
the
him, man.
generic white male.
There it is,
Damn.
the most basic of specimen.
Oh my gosh. Look
Basic
at
ass
this guy.
bitch.
Look at that fit too. He's not
chilling,
broke.
dude. Like his posture is just like, wow, I'm in a great place. I'm not thinking about him trespassing.
Poor people's clothes don't fit like that.
Michael is up to like that. You're right.
I thought this was going to be a dry piece, but there's nuggets
There's-
here.
Yeah, there's nuggets in everything.
Yeah.
There is nuggets in everything, you guys.
Yeah. Chickens have nuggets too.
I like this line in the article. It's possible the intruder felt he couldn't wait any longer for view of the megalodon teeth, meteorites, and gastric brooding frogs the museum has to offer.
See what I mean though? They're like, dude, he just couldn't contain himself.
Yeah,
he woke
man.
up like,
Some people can't.
today's the day. You know?
It's like, I'm getting in that fucking museum, man.
Yeah, I'm 38. I
How did he get in?
I don't know if it gets into
3 kids.
Did he like come through the ceiling like Mission Impossible style?
I have so many questions about this guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, judging by the pants, he took an Uber. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, fuck.
He actually rang a doorbell for one of the rooms and also passed up the chance to make off with some of the most priceless items the museum has.
Oh,
yeah,
he
like
was
he
stealing,
literally just
okay.
wanted to go to the museum and like take pictures, like
And goof off and have the place to himself and
Yeah.
just
on
adventure.
Instagram Live. What's up, guys?
He's an urban explorer.
right.
Thanks, Guardian.
Coming at you again.
All right, that's a chuggable one. What's another one? Toss
That's
it
a
on
cool
me.
concept, a YouTube show where you're just
Break
breaking
in.
into museums and other nerdy places.
Breaking in. That'd be.
We broke into the vape shop.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
have helpers or like handlers that like fix the legal stuff, follow you around, like they do with Man on the Street productions. When like
What?
Tom Green pushes over a plant or something, and like
Yeah.
the helpers swoop in behind the cameras and like pay off people. So
Oh.
Damn, I didn't know that. That's tight.
that's how prank shows work. Practical Jokers. There's
Nice.
tons of that.
Or just give him money.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Here's
"Shh,
$20.
this-
Shut
this
the
will cover
fuck
your
up.
planner, right?
Yeah.
Oh damn! So I found this article. It looks like it's behind a paywall now, which sucks. But I did dive into it last time. But it's basically
I'll find another one.
this like, it was this archaeological study of early or humans when mice started infiltrating our grain stores and shit. And it's about how cats domesticated themselves or domesticated humans to get to our mice. So
That's
they
crazy.
just like crept in when the mice started coming to us
Who's
and
controlling
cozying
who?
up. But cats totally train people, man.
Dude, I've been thinking that about your mom's cat. I'm like, man, this cat's up to something. You know what I mean? Like, it's old as fuck and it's still like lively and talking. It's trying to say something.
I've been having a
I
thought
don't know
about this
cats very
too.
well.
If you think about how much horses could destroy us
Oh fuck.
if they wanted to, like how much a horse could just be as dangerous as a wolverine.
Ferocious.
They're
Yeah.
much larger than so many animals that are extremely dangerous to us, but they're choosing to domesticate with us. And I feel that way with the cat. I feel like the cat really treats me the way I believe early man probably treated horses.
Huh.
Cooperatively, and
Hey,
there's so
little
much
buddy.
like give and take of like physical communication.
Yeah.
This so reminds me so much of breaking quote unquote a horse.
It's kind of like who feeds whatever. You know, if you feed the horse, he's like, all right, we're cool. It's like, nah, dude, they're cool. Don't kill them. They're cool. They're
Yeah.
gonna feed us.
But the cat is providing a service with us
Wow.
too, in like allowing itself to be
Seen.
emotionally vulnerable.
Okay.
Like, because I feel like the way a cat bonds with you, it isn't just like a shallow doing the actions that we would interpret as an emotional bond.
Yeah.
They genuinely get upset if stuff happens to you, or like if you're gone. And it's not
Yeah.
just being upset about eating. If you don't,
Anything. Yeah.
if you act like say I get distracted with work stuff and I don't give the cat as much attention,
You get
the cat's
pissed.
still getting fed fine, but the cat will still be hurt
Mhm.
that I didn't just
There's no
acknowledge
love.
it. Yeah, I've
Love
noticed
is the answer. Yeah.
my cat, and I know this is the case of many others that I've had, is aware of how much it matters to me.
Okay.
And so if I act like the cat doesn't matter to me, the cat's feelings are hurt, and the cat wants to matter to me and be
Yeah.
noticed in my world.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
a
No matter how
complex
well it's fed.
relationship.
Yes. And that can't be taken for granted as much as people talk about cats being manipulative and it all just being manipulating human emotion.
Someone's
There's a
gotta stick up for 'em.
vulnerability. The
Yeah.
cat is putting itself out there emotionally,
Yeah. Gotta
allowing
respect
itself
that.
to be hurt emotionally.
And we
That's
will
something.
cater to the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom always fixes the water, like changes out the water like 3 times a day. This cat wants fresh water.
Damn.
Yeah.
Demands it. Just sits there and demands it.
But
Shut
there's
up.
no reason that the cat needs me to touch it. The cat doesn't have any health
Yeah.
consequences for me not touching it. But if I don't, she's upset. And it's
Yeah.
just because she wants to matter to me. She wants to exist. And that's heavy.
That
Like-
He wants to be part of the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do I exist if someone doesn't know I exist?
It's funny
see
talking
that
to them. They
thought
kind of
as an
notice that
animal,
you're
yeah.
saying
That's
shit.
dark.
Oh, hey.
My cat is like super talkative, and I
Yeah.
feel like we communicate verbally a lot
Yeah.
of times. He definitely understands what I'm like. Some things I say for sure that I say all
Yeah.
the time,
Mhm.
like "knock it off,"
Yeah.
you little asshole.
Why did I get you? I should have never
Yeah, this was a fucking mistake.
They absolutely get a sense of entitlement
So the
too.
cat gets that, you know.
If you set a certain standard, they want things to maintain that standard. There's
Hey,
definitely
that's
entitlement.
just basic
Yeah.
knowledge. That's law of the world.
Oh,
Cat
we need
law.
to do something.
Cat law. Bird
It's
law.
time. It's time to do something exciting and dramatic to warrant these going on. Yay! Ah!
Oh, yeah.
This is the quiz show portion.
This is where stuff happens that would happen in a quiz show normally, but I didn't think about what would happen yet. It's where I put on Greg to suddenly come up with something because I built drama.
That ain't happening, man. Yeah. All right, should we do our last Billy Bob? It's that time.
Spooky stories. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, does
I
anyone
built a
have any?
lot of spooky suspense all of a sudden and drama to suddenly get you guys
Do
excited
you have a
about this
ghost story?
commercial break.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
Ghost stories. Yeah.
Listen up. The soap you shower with, it's you probably haven't even questioned what bar soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap.
To subscribe to Dr. Squatch, visit RadioVegas.rocks and click on the banner.
Or don't, and continue to be mommy's little helper. Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. Real soap for real men.
You guys love tacos?
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Okay, right? Yeah.
tacos.
I
That's
don't
my
care-
spirit animal.
I don't care what gender you are, or, we love tacos, right?
Sexually identify as a taco.
Yes! Whatever, man. But, since we all love tacos, we all need to know about Pinche's Tacos. And do you know where it's at? It's 9205 West Russell Road. It's an awesome place for lunch, dinner, or both. Here at RadioVegas.rocks, we love this place so much that if you mention us and order a blood orange margarita, they will give you a free gringo taco. What? Free gringo taco? Yes, that's right. That's what I said. And you know what else? It's like, okay, you're like, well, I don't really feel like driving over there. They have 2 locations, bruh. 2 fucking locations. But you need to get in on this deal. You must visit the Russell location. I mean, yeah, that's where you gotta go for the free gringo tacos. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If you're just like, I don't have gas for that, but I have money for tacos, just go to the other one. But yeah, Pinche's Tacos, because who else doesn't love tacos, man?
Hi, I'm Todd, a child of the 1970s and your host for K-Todd. It's my 70s radio show that plays the music from the me decade. We'll have lots of memories from those 10 great years with moments from TV and the movies. And your requests. Call me anytime and leave a request or a comment and you could be on the air at 1-315-665-1970. And stay tuned for the next fun look at the 70s on K-Todd.
That's right.
Yeah.
What? Look out. Hey. Howdy.
It's Greasy Conversation coming at ya. Ya.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Anyway.
Good day, isn't it?
Howdy, y'all.
You're on RadioVegas.rocks, listening to Greasy Conversation, spelled the right way. GreasyConversation.com is where you can see the video feed of this that we're describing anyway, but also get links to these news, articles, and Easter eggs in the Google Doc, our live secret inside document shared with you.
Beautiful stuff.
Hello. Hello. All right, everyone. We all love aliens, right? We all want aliens to be very real.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I do.
This physicist has an idea about the Fermi paradox and why we haven't run into aliens yet. And his idea is that once a civilization gets to the point where they're traveling to other planets and populating their solar system and galaxy, that they'll just kind of roll over everyone else by not even noticing them, right? It'll be like how we
Do ants.
just flatten area of wildlife to put up a warehouse or something, you know?
Yeah. We're going to turn into a fucking parking lot or what?
Yeah, Earth is totally going to be a parking lot.
I have to disagree with this immediately on the premise that the more awake we've been to, like, part of succeeding as a species with humanity has been discovering and implementing more teamwork. We see it with other animals that are successful, that team up with other species or with each other. Even if you consider other animals evolutionarily behind us, the most successful ones that we have the least problems with them getting extinct and stuff. They team up at least with each other. But as we kind of had this rather quick technological awakening and were forced to grow up and
live in this
hurry
visual
because we had more responsibility for how much of the universe we could affect as individuals, we started to have to police each other and function as one species. So as we've done this, as it's been this clear progression that's unavoidable, we've had to start being a steward of the
We're
earth.
trying to reach like a singularity. It seems like, hey, stop doing this, you fucking idiots.
Well, we've definitely reached a tipping point where we're hurting the earth less than we're helping it, for the most part. We're not. There is a point in our lifetimes when we were hurting the earth more than the earth was making up for it. So I think we're right around the singularity of that, where we're being a net gain for the earth, saving species, perpetuating like actions that don't make us run out of trees or exacerbate the hole in the ozone, things like that. So I feel like another species would have to start thinking preservationally and have to start thinking about the prime directive if it's smart enough to discover other things. Like, for example,
it's like a primal instinct, dude.
When we go to Mars, even as desolate as it looks,
we're going to adapt somehow.
Well, not only are we going to adapt, but I mean, we're not going to pollute right away in the same way. Well, for example, if we find an aquifer on Mars, we're not going to just rub our dirty metal against it right away. There's going to be studies of what's in there first. And I think the same is true no matter what the size scale of what might be capable of discovering us. I don't think would just clomp us so effortlessly.
Kind of puts us in a, I don't know, man. It makes me feel really, really not important. Like that's an easy thing to say, but
the whole
really
Fermi paradox does.
Really?
If I'm saying this right, the Fermi paradox is the fact that it is likely as it is that there's other life with all these different places in the universe for there to be other life.
Yeah.
All the nearest places are extremely far away because photons can travel from so far that we have a really warped perspective of how nearby things are. That like we haven't even existed as humans long enough to get to like one of the next nearest places that something could get to.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, man, centuries from now we'll probably be on fucking Venus too, you know, and then the next one, and the next one.
Yeah, and well, the distance between planets, as dramatic as it is like a grandma's face whisker of distance compared to the million miles, the distance from here to the sun that it is to get to the next sun, proportionately.
It's unfathomable, Like when you go to the mountains and you're like, damn, all these trees.
Yeah.
Who the fuck planted these? They just grew up and they like tended to each other, sort of. Some died off, but I don't know, man. It's crazy.
You can find, this is almost a non sequitur, but I just can't not say it after that you can find the first ring of creosote bushes. Like creosote, as almost a new word for some people, it's a common desert bush.
Really?
I forget what state it's in, but it's in this like tri-state area. There's a ring of like the original ring of creosote bushes, and they just spread out from there.
That's sick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heavy.
They're really good at promoting, I guess. You know? Hella guerrilla style.
Oh yeah, they got hella branding.
Marketing is on point.
That brand though, it's their highlight color. They stick to only 2-3 colors. You don't overuse your highlight color, and
Nice.
All right, what about this?
The swoopy thing,
And now.
Behold, and now.
This mayor in Peru.
Oh, this guy's great. You have to I have to show you what he looks like in this hammock.
Yeah,
who was scary. No, I'm just kidding.
He was disobeying the lockdown orders, and so the authorities were. I guess he was. What was he like? A house with some people hanging out,
drinking,
maybe playing a little cards.
This is a small town, by the way.
Yeah, and so the authorities were coming, and he hid in a coffin.
Nice.
I don't know why there were coffins in this house. There are multiple coffins. It sounds like
Rich people, you know.
I guess so. They just have standby coffins.
You might have to look at a couple articles to see this, but so the Insider article shows wooden coffins. He was not hanging out in one of these wooden coffins.
Those are
When I get to the
makeshift.
picture of actually him, this is really misleading news on this article.
Nice.
He's
Insider.
in like a hammock. Okay, I guess it is wooden.
Yeah, it looks
It's
like
like a hammock.
It's cheap though.
This wooden
He's having
coffin.
a good time.
It's like this might have just been a box bricks came in that they're using as a coffin. And
Good
look at his
palette.
uncomfortable arms. Like that's not a dead person.
He's like, I'm not alive. I'm not alive. I'm not alive.
His
With the
elbows
mask
all
on.
falling asleep. Yeah,
With the mask still on.
healthy skin still. Work boots.
Right.
Like who's sitting in a coffin? Well, I guess Someone they just don't want to change.
I want to be buried in my work boots.
Like, and no one would recognize. Why does this corpse look like the mayor? This fresh corpse.
That's a good mask, though. Nice coverage, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So there's all kinds of weird layers to this that are just silly.
Yeah.
So I mentioned when cops bust him for curfew, it wasn't immediately clear where he and his pals were drinking or why open caskets were nearby.
No one wants to know, dude. Whoa.
That coffin sucks. This town must suck to be mayor
His
for.
arms look so uncomfortable, the article says.
Yeah. No, that was me.
That's deep journalism.
The article said that too?
You had a script going? That's tight, dude. Sort of.
That was a little piece of script, yeah.
Okay.
You're past the microphone there.
Oh, dude, sorry.
It's okay, I caught it.
Mic etiquette, yeah.
That's why I'm wearing headphones. So there. You're welcome, Joe
Sassy.
Rogan.
No problem.
So.
Or thank you.
We should chug right now. We're in the tail end. We've got a lot of cool other news to check out here.
Yeah.
If you
I've
want
been
to go deeper, yeah.
Detracting from it.
I would say you want to dive on the professional marble racing.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I'm so glad you
Dude,
remember
this
that.
is so. I love this.
This is
yeah.
a really
Of course
cool
I do.
Greg find.
Yeah,
So,
I
describe it a little while I pull it up.
So I tune into this once in a while. It's on YouTube. It's like a marble race that they made to look like a professional race.
Okay.
So there's a little
It's
like
NASCAR.
yeah, there's like a stadium. There's like a little mini stadium, and then there's just a bunch of marbles in the seats. So it looks like marbles are watching marble racing.
Nice.
And then
That's-
there's a nice plastic track, and then there's like professional commentators.
Wow.
And
this is a thing.
It
huh?
looks pro, man, and it's just hilarious.
This
to
is
me.
why YouTube is cool, though. People are
Right?
people are reviewing Kit Kats. It's like some Chinese kid. It's like, I like Kit Kats, and that's totally not Asian, but you know what I mean? They're just like, it's boring as shit, but God, I love it. You know, like
I
marble
differ.
racing. That's interesting.
There is a whole world of Kit Kats, though.
Really?
There is, yeah.
Of like
What do you mean?
dozens and dozens of different flavors.
Okay.
Birthday cake Kit Kats?
Oh my God.
Yeah, Tiff's out about the
Whoa,
birthday.
dude.
So
That's awesome.
In Japan, especially,
They have
it
way
might
too
be
much
the-
time on their hands.
It might be the case in other Asian places, but Kit Kat has got a way more diverse, like portfolio. So you could really be into Kit Kats in Japan, and there's
Yeah.
all these different flavors and exclusive flavors, collectors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know,
like,
man.
I have a reissue Crystal Pepsi, and the bottle is shrinking in. It's like mass is eliminating itself within
See a
this
black
bottle. It's
hole.
got like a half-life.
I remember we tried one on the show like
Yeah, and
a year ago, and,
I saved the other one.
It was way better than regular
Yeah.
Pepsi, man. Like they should bring it back.
They really should. It's kind of a disappointment because they put the new logo on it, so it reminds me seeing the logo that it's not authentic. But it's sitting on the shelf and it's like buckling in on itself. It's like gut is coming in,
Oh,
and I'm
dude.
like, what is taking up like negative mass? Is it something that happens when the bubbles collapse? What's going on with the bottle?
Yeah.
Because it used to be under pressure and now it's all sunken in.
Dude, that's sick.
It's creepy. I don't know if any of you guys are out there.
That's simple. That's
guys
wholesome.
and gals. If
The
you
marble.
have old beverages that you're collecting, can you tell me if this is an issue with your beverage collection too? This is my first beverage in a collection, so I
Are
don't
they
know.
evolving or devolving?
So, do you know anything about characteristics of marbles that help them win or lose more?
It really depends on the pilot.
Is
what
there
I've been
t-
finding out.
So the pilot,
Dude.
do they do something at the launch?
No, they live inside the marble.
There's this
spirit pilot
Oh.
of the marble.
So there's like a little bit of telekinesis status to this, where you want to kind of frown at the ball.
Okay,
and-
look, it goes like this.
And
Like,
cheer it on, yeah.
When you turn into a ghost, all right,
Uh-huh.
you can opt to have a little part of your ghostness live inside of a marble.
And you go faster the more drivers there are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can have a
Brian
bunch of
knows
people
what's
in the marble?
No, only one person per marble.
Okay,
but
okay,
the more
yeah, that's fair.
the more ghosts that exist in marbles.
Yeah.
Oh.
One person per marble, but more ghosts in the marble. More ghosts in the marble equals more speed.
Oh, now they're competing more at once. This is more
that
fun.
is that like an elevator? I
They,
saw.
they do like time trials. Yeah, I think there's a little. they made
Little-
a contraption where it'll like step the marble up. It's like a
Yeah.
motor. Yeah.
Yeah, we should describe this a little bit more. There's marbles in a stand. It's about the size of a bedroom.
They look like people. If they have faces, you'd be like, oh.
The
that's
track
cute.
is about as wide as my hand is tall.
Dude, look at
And
that elevator.
There is an elevator part that lifts them up an incline to race again.
It's like Mousetrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sorta.
So yeah.
I would just say
Yeah, but better.
time trials, lame. When they're racing
Yeah.
against each other, cool.
Sick.
Well, they have
Yeah.
to do time trials to determine the order that the marbles race in.
Oh.
Yeah.
they don't cheat and cut each other off when
Yeah,
competing.
dude. Yeah, there's a lot of competitive.
Oh my gosh,
people.
two got neck and neck. This
Yeah.
actually got cool. I actually could watch this a minute.
It's pretty relaxing. It's like
I was
wholesome
gonna
and
say-
relaxing to watch once in a while.
This
It's
is
simple. They're not mad at each other. They're
Right?
just healthily racing.
This is the opposite of something I've been putting on that's equally like half entertainment. Like I'll put on this channel that's like vaporwave, like vapor jazz stuff, and like it'll be old nostalgic clips of '90s shows on like old TVs. And it's supposed to just be like background music, and you look over it and see '90s vaporwavy stuff.
Yeah.
And you do stuff during it. You can't. It's not fun to just stare at for very long. This is completely opposite. It's only fun staring at this.
Yeah, it's not like something you
I could put
chill
this
out
on
too long.
while listening to music. I could watch this.
Yeah, and the commentary is like fucking great because they just treat it like it's a real race. And like they're
Nice.
sponsored by the car companies and everything.
This is such a good follow-up to the soapbox racing I showed a couple episodes ago. Red Bull soapbox racing. Oh man, you gotta just Google that. And okay, Brian, have you heard of this?
No.
So these soapboxes like tumble and crash every time,
Sick.
and they're really light and made out of crap bicycle parts, and it's really overblown, and people wear costumes and stuff.
That's
it's so awesome. Do we have?
Dude, I just keep thinking about this guy. Sorry, it's kind of detracting, but there's this guy who does quarantine racing. He's like, "There's quarantine racing," and he yells it. And he's like,
What is corn? Is this in a vehicle?
No, it's at his house. He's in his kitchen, and he has a little ramp, and he has like it's a crate of Barbie dolls versus a Beatles record.
Okay,
the
this sounds-
Barbie dolls win.
This sounds awesome, actually.
He's amazing. He's like this old guy, and he's so nice, and he's
Look at these people
He
race
makes
a bed,
daily
Ryan.
content though.
These people are racing a bed dressed
shit.
in kabuki
I
makeup.
like the coffee cups or whatever. That is.
Those are
Coffee
Japanese
cups.
lanterns. Oh, eats it right away.
Dude, I didn't know there's people inside tumbling. That's way
Look
cooler.
at this is a box of strawberries racing, and at the end they throw the
She's a little
strawberry.
strawberry.
They
Yeah.
throw the strawberry pillows to the crowd. This is the Japan
Oh my
one.
God, dude,
I
that's
showed you guys a
insane.
couple episodes ago. There's a great face this old guy makes. That's like the face of determination. It's so great.
Dude, she's still in there. Ah! It's like Mario racing.
Yeah, it's really really silly. Oh my gosh, we're getting towards
We
the
should
end.
do this. No, I'm just kidding.
We should,
That's
though.
so much effort.
So what do we? Man, we've got so much more news to leave you guys with to enjoy. It's our birthday month. What does that mean?
Is it?
Oh, it's our birthday month. Greg and I
How
are
old are you?
birthday twins.
Oh,
We're
really?
both born on June 25th in 1983.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it the first?
Within hours of each other.
No,
So
tomorrow's the
this-
first.
Okay, I was gonna
No,
say,
but I
I
wrote.
thought so.
There was an article where June there's going to be a solar and a lunar eclipse.
Wow.
Yeah, on the 3rd.
Double
I'm like super into
eclipse.
astrology, which is whatever. It's a personal thing. But no, I like monitoring, like, all right, Saturn's going retrograde. All right, Venus is in retrograde right now.
Saturn's going retrograde.
You know what I mean? Like, it's subtle little gestures on your life.
I
from
love that. I love watching
think
when
so.
the moon's a waning gibbous or like a waxing crescent or whatever. I love
Exactly.
following that.
And full
Checking
moons,
in.
you know, people are like, oh, there's more emergency room visits on full moons and shit like that.
Because you get all stoked.
It's
The moon's up.
interesting.
You're flopping around.
There's
you're
like an
going nuts.
energy though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
there really is an energy. It's not
Absolutely.
what the fucking people say on the astrology sites, but there is an energy.
Even
shift.
if it's just psychosomatic because a bunch of people
Yes.
witnessing something exciting.
It makes
that
you
still
feel
counts.
like you're in power when you
Yeah.
can understand it. You can control it.
Psychosomatic counts. No matter
Yeah.
how you look at like energy or
It's what you believe.
auras,
Yeah.
there's lots of people that hallucinate an aura around people that represents a way their subconscious is ranking
projecting.
them.
Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful and like valuable. And I think that's something that evolutionarily happened as a way of like judging the world around you.
What if those people have synesthesia?
I think
I was
so.
good- I was just thinking that too.
I think it's in that club.
Dude, I wonder how we're going to evolve with all these computers and all this news instantly at our fingertips, the emotional reaction from all these posts.
Dude, just
Well, we're
it's an echo
cyborgs,
chamber.
basically.
You know what I mean?
As soon, yeah.
We have to
I've
take
finally
control of the
learned
echo chamber.
I finally
Yeah.
learned what echo chamber means.
Well, echo chambers happen with people that don't
Shit.
manage their algorithms.
Okay.
Echo
Yeah.
chambers happen because of people being irresponsible with their intake of data.
And
Echo
just,
chambers
and
don't
just
happen
getting
by
like,
accident.
and getting
reading from
comfortable just like reading everything that you already agree with.
Yes.
And like it is important to go seek out other just
alternatives.
sources of
Yeah.
information that you might not necessarily agree with, but
Yeah.
you know you don't
You
have
still
to get
gotta-
pissed off at shit you read. You know, just
Yeah,
like read
but
it
you
and like
do.
assess it. Yeah.
You know, I do. You know what I mean? It's
But
like
I do,
basic
yeah.
instinct by
Yeah, I
now.
do.
You just open up and you're like, God, even if it's a subtle like sigh, it's still fucking with you.
I try to just remind myself not to wallow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, am I wallowing?
That's why it's healthy to see it once in a while.
I try not to wallow in anything too much because wallowing, even in good stuff.
That's easy to wallow, man.
But I try not to not wallow either. Like I try to give myself a little bit of wallow time.
Yeah, you
Then I
identify
accomplish
what you're dealing with.
I'm gonna wallow in this for like 3 hours and then I'm moving on.
Yeah.
Maximum wallow deadline. Speaking of wallowing, I'm hanging out with the Eclipse for a while, and I feel like I need to chug some last things. Oh, we have to mention that carrots and sweet potatoes were airdropped on wallabies, and that stuff's really cute.
Oh yeah, because the fires in Australia, so they're airdropping some food in for cute little wallabies.
A coyote and a badger were filmed hunting together. It turns out that they'll sometimes hunt together in the wild. They will eat each other sometimes, but a lot of times they can team up and
They're like, come over here, bro.
Well, they whoever gets it gets it.
Yeah.
So they tend to not share, but one will wrestle up prey for the other. So the badger will get prey out of a hole, and if its prey escapes and runs, the coyote gets it. Or the coyote will chase and wear out a prey until it runs in a hole, and then the badger will get it tired out of the hole.
That's what we were talking about, though. like working together and species is naturally.
They're doing it naturally. They're not completely working together. There's not a truce where they share.
Yeah.
But just intrinsically, teamwork.
They're individuals working together.
Yeah. The fact that teamwork can be an emergent behavior.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is,
you guys are a wildlife podcast by now.
Yes, we are absolutely. It's in the hashtags for sure.
That a couple times.
We are too. So emergent behaviors like that, I think, are part of why we are likely to see space aliens be good and humans be better, because there's emergent behaviors like racism that we've seen happen in people and then happen in computer algorithms.
Xenophobia.
Trying to program. There's computer algorithms that are intrinsically racist, and there's major problems with them, especially in small towns.
It's natural.
It's natural because it's
you're
just
scared.
Well, what it is it's just a type of discrimination.
Yeah,
and we're
you don't
supposed to
know
discriminate.
something, so you're kind of like, what the fuck?
These colored berries are bad. These colored berries are good.
Yeah, you
It's
had
that
one
simple.
experience and that's
but
it.
you have to evolve past it. And
Exactly.
So the evolution outside of racism and teamwork overcoming racism is also an emergent behavior. And so we've seen that happen with people where today it's straight up illegal to discriminate against things that people don't have control over.
Yeah.
And because of that, we've kind of evolved past that, and algorithms have they require being rewritten and require more evolved people to take control over these emergent behaviors, because they're not going to just on their own emerge past that, especially when they're being used in areas where people have biases and racisms that they're putting into that. Plus, say
it's this healthy self-defense thing. That's what people get caught in. It's racism. Yeah, it's disgusting, but people protect themselves.
Yeah,
in
specifically
that way.
sentencing algorithms.
They're not aware.
Where it's really dangerous is they're algorithms that courts use to determine how likely recidivism rate of a person committing a crime.
They go
And they'll
back to
just
jail,
see,
back to jail.
Oh, well, they're black, so they're definitely going to do the crime again, so they go to jail rather than getting parole. And it's because of people programming it to put these people in jail
they
more.
put out the poll,
or
and
they're in
then
a
they think
certain
that.
area. Yeah, whereas obviously the skin color shouldn't be one of the characteristics that the algorithm does, because you could have a lot of poverty in an immigrant area. Or
Well, it's even
a minority
noticing like, hey,
area.
these people are more poor. Everyone thinks that, like a herd. You know what I mean? It's like a herd mentality. Like, okay, well, these people we've accepted. We got this information.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it all
These
is.
people are just supposed to be poor. It has nothing to do
It's
with
like a default again.
generations of less opportunities.
Yeah, seriously. It's kind of sad. And, the riots make sense, but at the same time, they need a clear, definitive goal.
Protests make
objective.
sense. Riots do not fucking make sense.
Protests, yeah, but the
And
cops are fucking with
especially
people.
riots that are made up by undercover officers vandalizing property as a false flag, which happens.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to turn into that
No,
podcast.
we're not doing that.
But it's
Yeah, I'm not that
obvious that
person.
there's false flag violence turning peaceful protests into riots. So that
Shit's on video, man.
Yeah, because there's obviously a bias when people are rioting against a ridiculous amount of police force. Even in an area where, like, I really feel in my heart that, like, Metro is one of the better police forces.
Yeah.
And that we don't have as bad a police state as some places do. I know it's not perfect. I know people are going to comment about that. But that aside, there's still going to be a bias. You're still going to be pro-cop if you're a cop.
Yeah.
So there's still obviously more violence happening
It's just we're
from the
learning-
cops to the protesters than there should be.
there's just this weird thing where we're trying to come together all as one, but we're still individuals, so it's not going to happen like that.
Some people are trying to come together all as those some people.
Yeah, I know, and it's just weird. I get their anger, but it's, they're like, fuck white people in your privilege. Dude, I'm just living. I didn't ask for this. You didn't ask for that. Why are we even commenting on it?
That's the thing.
I'm sorry that you're going through this. You know what I mean?
Someone, if you're going to bring up white privilege to a white person, just be polite about it.
Exactly.
Just be like, maybe you're not considering this because you grew up white. And I'd be
fuck
like,
you and fuck all white people.
You know what? You're right. Growing up, at least being Hispanic but white passing means that I don't get some of the flack a Hispanic might get. That looks more Hispanic than I do.
In a relationship,
I can appreciate that privilege. Bring it up to me, not with a "fuck you" in front of it.
Exactly, like in a relationship, when you're like, "Hey, honey, don't," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta say it.
When you overblow white privilege, you make white people mad at you, and it doesn't help your cause.
If you come out and yelling, like, dude, that's why I blew up on my foreman the other day. It's like, don't fucking talk to me like that.
I'm not getting mad about the scholarships I can't get.
Yeah, exactly.
So there.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? You have a nice car, like, dude. I'm sorry, man.
I don't get to write an essay about my race and get into a college because of it.
Yeah.
So.
I'm poor too, and people are like, "Fuck you!" It just doesn't make sense.
Thing is, there's a point to
it. It's racism. It's like you're white, fuck you.
I appreciate a little bit of like discussion of racism and intrinsic racism, even if it comes off racist. I appreciate someone bringing up something that might be against me, like
heightening your awareness,
like a white privilege I might have. If it's
like,
brought
hey,
up
you
politely.
Smell, dog. You should take a shower. Like you can say it nicely.
You can
like,
say
hey,
it nicely.
Sometimes I kind of smell you.
Perfect metaphor for that. Yeah. Talk to me about white privilege is fine. Just be polite about it.
Racism is smelly. Tell them to take a shower.
Talk to me about my own racism or your racism, and I'll like totally work on it and be better. As long as you're not
communication is
being a jerk about it,
yeah.
Because then you feel racist, and also
really
the whole
nice.
the whole word racism is getting so weakened by calling like mildly almost racist stuff racist, or people racist that aren't. Then real racists can just go
and then
fly
if you
easy.
get accused of racism, you can't be like, well, I love black people. Then that just makes it worse. There's nowhere you can go. It's a fail. It's a lose.
You just gotta apologize and move on. I'm sorry if that came off racist. I didn't mean
That's
it hurtful.
like a life thing,
So,
though. You gotta just
onward.
like deal with it and go on.
Obviously, like I'm not default state super racist, so I'm gonna let my character
dude.
just be
Let's
my
get
character.
over this. Yeah. Fuck racism. Seriously though, fuck racism. That's it.
Yeah, and fuck
In all
people
forms.
using the term racist for people that like weakens the term.
Yeah.
Like, you just flippantly call people racist, then real
Try to
racists
articulate
get off
it more.
free.
You know what I mean? Don't just say racism. Just be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking.
Dude, you guys, if you haven't seen the new spacesuits, sorry, non sequitur.
Hell yeah.
If you haven't seen the new spacesuits, they're so sick. They look like total future spacesuits.
Elon Musk.
See,
to
me, they look like
these are musky.
They look like future spacesuits if it was the future from like 10 years ago.
Yeah, he has like a fetish for that. I've noticed.
Like
well, they finally look like spacesuits that aren't from the 80s.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I haven't seen an astronaut be in a spacesuit that looks like it was designed after
it's like the
1969.
idea from the 80s, but it's not the 80s.
It's finally innovation and something that everything else is innovative, but
tight.
spacesuits still look like crap. These ones finally look like they've actually shrunk down some.
I think they had like a live stream of the whole thing. Imagine being on the first fucking,
I know, I'm bummed I missed it
the whole
live,
time.
but it's going good so far as I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check in on it later. I'm being a bad musker.
So are these ones that you could like do a spacewalk in these, right? These aren't just like.
You can be in a spacewalk. You need EV.
Are those moon boots? I need to know.
in a spacewalk, you need the backpack because the backpack has thrusters.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's like insulated enough, and it passes all the.
You can be in space in these though. You can be in a vacuum.
All
Yeah.
right. That's all right.
I was telling Tiffany earlier, like musky related. I just want a Tesla one day. I don't even know what the fucking. I'm not a Tesla guy. I just that's like a status thing.
I briefly saw a bald eagle that was taken out of the sky by a loon. More wildlife news. What's this? No mind control. Sadly, this isn't.
There's some
parasitic fungi.
Fungus.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ew, it's so gross up close. That's so cool.
It looks like a piece of chicken.
And I was thinking, because there's those.
What
What are those ones that cordyceps?
Cordyceps.
To like take control of insects and make them like crawl up to height and then they sprout.
That's sick.
And spreads. Yeah. I was thinking that. I wonder if there's one of those for humans, but no.
That's what I mean though. The bugs that can't like mobilize, they figure out ways to like lure you in. It's like survival.
Using you for mobility.
Trippy. Yeah. It's so cool. Life finds a way. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so we will always find a way. Whenever you get like bummed out, that's
we
what
will.
I go to. Like
you will find a way.
I'm gonna keep breathing. So
some
I might as well
humans
get over
will
this.
until we don't.
So until you don't keep on keeping on.
Were we live at the beginning when I was talking about my quantum leap technique? Okay, so like,
yeah, every day is a quantum leap.
yeah, I try to think about being Scott
Was.
Bakula and waking up in the morning.
Just do it.
Just my spirit just dropped into this body fresh. Like, what do I do with what this guy left me?
Start running, dude.
Yeah. Like, what did this guy leave for me to deal with as a life? And I
That's
just try
so
to take it for
interesting.
the morning and try to run with it as far as I
Yeah,
can.
like your objectives, like not I'm gonna get coffee. Be like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is really going on in my
'cause
surroundings?
You think about tomorrow's person as a different person. That's why it's
Yeah.
so easy to put things off for this other person to deal with.
Somebody said when you imagine yourself the next day or in a week or at the job you want, it's almost like you seeing the future. You were making the future.
Not only
really
that, but you
interesting to me.
think about that as another person that can
Yeah,
deal
it
with
is.
stuff
It's your
separately from
future
you.
self.
But if you try to hook that person up,
Yeah,
you're
and,
way
like,
better off.
give
Because
'em-
otherwise, you'll screw that person. You'll be like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh
That's
yeah, every day, man.
another person's
yeah,
problem.
that's what I've been doing. Like, fuck that guy. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's
I need
terrible.
to work
Future-
on that.
It's like
Future
future
Greg.
me. What do I fucking
Yeah.
care?
You guys,
Ain't the future yet, buddy.
Yeah, dude, I gotta think of future Brian, Daddy Brian. It's a trip.
that's gonna be sick. You're gonna be a fun dad.
Yeah.
Just-
You wanna know his name?
What's that?
River Young, after Rivers Cuomo
Nice.
and
But
Neil
River
Young.
singular?
Yeah, River. Just
I like River better than Rivers. That's a
She
good
said
one.
it, and I kind of laughed. I was like, whatever. And I'm like, all right, River.
River Young. That's cool.
I like
Yeah,
River
I get
Young.
it.
Yeah.
Fun little fact.
Wow, dude. Is this
Did
an
my first
announcement?
son
We're having a moment? Are we
Yeah,
announcing a baby
I'm
name
having
on
my
the air?
first son, dude. Yeah, River Young Gibson.
Have you announced the son?
No.
Online at all?
No, I haven't. I've announced the.
This is a Greasy exclusive.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
She's
Dude, that's major.
4 months
All right,
pregnant.
RadioVegas.rocks. Stick around for the next show. Don't go. RadioVegas.rocks from the video feed for more entertainment to hang with you during the day.
Hell yeah.
That one's not live. I'm gonna start streaming on just these ones because I have a feeling that Cox might be literally shadow banning all that uploading.
Oh.
I think
Fuck
that
for it.
Too much?
it's probably in some fine print.
Oh.
I guarantee it is
Yeah.
because they've had an excuse
Dude.
for everything I've called them about.
I missed the band Greasy Conversation.
I'm,
you were
I'm
good at that,
angry,
bro.
I'm angry at a few things more.
You were one of the first people that was saying in songs that I did with the zine I had, Abrasions Love.
I forgot format's such a good idea. We
Yeah,
definitely
just
gotta
sort
do it
through
again.
nuggets. You're like, I saw a car today. It's like, whoa, dude, that's
But
profound.
it feels like how you're thinking. It's like that.
Yeah.
It's such a relatable mundanity that
Is
it
this
feels
music?
big.
You want to listen to this music, but it doesn't have the talking. You want to hear the talking, but
yeah,
it
the
doesn't have
music
anything
fades
else.
into the background, so the talking gives you a
Yeah.
foreground element, and then they rise and fall together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's coming back hard because the other two bandmates, their kids are older now.
Sweet. Yeah.
And we've got a rehearsal space now, so that's another tease.
Is this a rehearsal? If I had some kind of music in here, could that be done? Well, we'd have to hire you as a producer, yeah. And it'd have to be small.
Yeah, I'm only $50 an episode as
I
a
know,
producer,
yeah.
you guys. You
If
see
I
what I'm
keep my
doing
job
with two
tomorrow-
clueless dudes. You see, it's a factory that makes podcast success. So holla your boy.
Dude,
$50 a week to use the broadcast studio. That's nothing. A show, you can have a show. We'll even give you 2 hours for that. It's supposed to be an hour a week, $50. You can get the WAS special. We'll slide something, maybe 40. We're flexible. We'll do that for you. But I'm 50 episode.
Nice.
And it's great.
Dude, that's all right. Cool.
I can set you up with your website on Squarespace, which is $16 a month. For $200, I'll set that up for you. Fill in all the boxes and check boxes. And
Your sites are
radio
pretty
buttons
sick.
for-
I'm not gonna lie. Your sites are amazing.
Thank you.
I do like them.
There's quite a collection of them now. If you go to
Yeah.
waz.lol,
Radio Vegas,
yeah, RadioVegas.rocks is the new site for that. Is one of mine.
Mhm.
You can see a whole suite of my umbrella entities at woz.lol. There's probably about half the sites and businesses I work with are on there. It's like the main ones. And so it's a nice portfolio if you're looking for that kind of thing. Now, the $200 thing is for setting up a podcast website. Those are easy to do. There's just a lot of things to fill in to make YouTube and Spotify, and I'm sorry, iTunes and Spotify take it in as a podcast with the posting. But I'll even include the updating of it per episode for the 50 a week. And holla, more complicated stuff I might need to build more. There's scope creep. Two Clueless Dudes did some other promo that was another couple hundred, but hella worth it. And that's the end of my plug. Plug at the tail. And thanks for watching this. I'm gonna upload this now. Shout out to Steve Ansible. Hey. Whoa, totally.